Okay, boys, we are live.
Alrighty, and then now we will wait for the masses to come in. I will ping with an @ here instead of an @ everyone on the fan Discord.
Good job.
Alright. With our guest, MysticalCyan. Hold up, by using @ here, you are about to mention 2,400 plus people. Are you sure? Oh, I'm so sure. Oh, yeah.
They actually did implement that.
So sure.
To be honest, we still have to wait for the ads as well.
Ping those people.
Annoying ads.
Yeah.
Alright, now we'll go into Nags's, and I will...
Do it in Nags' Discord as well.
Yeah, the Patreon.
Oh, God.
It's okay, Cyan's always in the Patreon. He's all buddy-buddy with everyone.
How are my friends?
Yeah. That's actually where I met him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are we going to have a potential origin story on the,
Oh, God.
on the podcast today?
Greetings, Action and Chris McDuncan? I don't know.
Chris McDuncan, my friend. From my other server.
Hey, look, it's action.
It's
Action! Action!
And Delta is here too, who I've never met, sadly.
Hi, Delta. Welcome, if this is your first time here. We don't have cookies, we don't have milk, and we also don't have brownies, and we especially don't have cheesecake, so I'm sorry.
We do have toast, though!
We do have
Oh!
toast! If you like
That is
breakfast, we have toast.
Of course, we always have toast.
But there's
Kyoji,
toast.
Kyoji, you realize you spelled meat wrong, right? You said like meat.
Oh,
as
I'm
in the
aware.
food.
I'm
Okay.
aware.
KG background noise.
Background.
Like,
Wow.
I can hear
What
myself through you.
Okay.
There! It's at 60!
Hi, DVD.
Okay, that seems better.
GeForce 1080. I am a GTX 1080 with 64 gigabytes of RAM. Oh.
Oh, I think everyone's here. So...
That's hot.
Oh my. Alrighty, so we have 36 people already. So hello everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 8 of the VRYou Podcast, featuring the people that you always know and love, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
No
You
one
can
knows
have, you
I'm
can have
the mascot.
individual
People
opinions.
should be loving me the most.
Okay, so Sluffosaurus donated $1. Said, hi, are traps gay?
No.
No, they're not. They're
Nah,
not.
dude, the penis makes it cute.
Oh, Cyan, no.
Wait.
Oh wait,
Nah, we're like 1 minute into the podcast. Oh boy, all right.
1 minute of
God.
podcast and already screwed up.
Right.
Alright, but yeah, so of course we have DJ Nick, who I don't know if he's going to be talking or not. We might give him a chance to speak his mind because he's always just in the background typing in the chat and he never says anything. We have Kyouji, who of course is the Toastmaster, Lusa, MysticalCyan, who is our guest for the day, and of course RayZay and myself, Thelv, and Time Ranger. And today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. We're not actually going to be having formal questions like we usually do with our whole let's go to the next question. We're going to kind of have a conversation, really implement you guys more. If you guys want to talk to Cyan, relay anything more. We did it a little bit last week and it actually worked very well. So that's what we're going to do. So Ray, kick it off.
What? Season 2, Episode 8. Mr.
We are so unprepared, I love it.
Thank you for coming, Donald.
best
That's our
thing
charm!
Go, dude. That's the best way to do it, man. When you just
That's
don't
our
know
charm,
what you're
man.
doing.
Yeah,
That's the charm.
That's our charm.
definitely.
VRYou chat.
Yes.
VRYou.
All right, so Cyan,
What's up?
first of all, let's start off with thank you for coming here. Welcome to the LNG Generous Show. We don't have a bunch of like flat screen TVs to give out to the crowd, unfortunately, like they always do. But
Why am I even here? I'm kidding.
I always love it. It's like you're having a free makeup bag. Oh my god, makeup! That's just every single episode of that is always that. But yeah, Cyan.
Always someone screaming.
Yeah, exactly. It's always the crowd like crying. How are you today, Cyan?
I'm doing pretty good, dude. I'm super excited, man. I got some good rest. You know, just chilling. You know, that sort of stuff.
I will say, you sounded like you were high when you said that. I'm doing great, man. Like,
Nah,
don't
dude, I'm
even
just
know,
relaxed.
hombre.
I mean, I don't know if I'm high. I didn't take anything. But I mean, I am pretty relaxed right now. Just kind of relaxed. Music's really helping out. It really
Mr.
does help.
Mr. Word said, "You get a TV. You get a TV. Everyone, yeah, exactly. You all get TVs. Everyone in the crowd. We don't have the money for that, unfortunately." So,
okay.
Cyan, how did you start with VRChat? How did it all start for you? How'd you hear about it? Who was the first person that like got you into it?
It was. I remember watching one of Nags' videos. Funny enough, and the one thing I remember seeing was actually Spaz Koga. I think it was Nags' video. I don't know. I think it might have been one of those compilations, but it was like a reaction of Nags, like with Spaz Koga and them like playing around and whatnot. And I saw Spaz, and I was like, oh my god, they're eating Emmett, dude. That's like they're eating a penguin guy. That's amazing. And I was just immediately just like, okay, I gotta play this game. I gotta meet this person and tell them how much I like the fact that they just ate a penguin.
That's
And I just kind of
mildly sadistic.
it is mildly sadistic, but I
Oh,
did
they're eating
when I did.
penguins.
But when I first started playing though, it was just kind of like, oh, the game really was enjoyable. I never really got tied in with anyone, and then I Patreon the Nags, and that's pretty much where it just started snowballing off, and then I just started hanging out and having fun all over the place. It was just it's all because of Nags' community. I came because of Spaz, and I stayed because of Nags.
It was a good transition there from one person to another. So how do you enjoy the community? In fact, I know you're in the Patreon Discord quite a bit. Do you go back and forth between the Patreon and the fan Discord at all?
Fan Discord not that much. I kind of do my own thing now. I know whenever all the Patreons though, I know they're all my buddy. I like talking to them now and then. I like talking to pretty much everyone now and then, really. It's just that usually now, since I've been doing all these stuff, I just kind of been doing my own thing and hanging with some of my other friends and whatnot. And I run into them all the time, and it's always a blast. Every time I see like Cody, every time I see Grizz or Superfan, everyone like Fate Bells, it's always a blast just running into them. But I don't hang out with them as much as I used to, like I did back then, unfortunately.
Before we continue, Lusa, since you are the one operating the stream, we got a comment from DVD that says it doesn't show who's talking in the top left corner. Like usual, nobody knows who's talking. It's not showing the icons.
I kind of did that on purpose, but if everyone wants it to come back, then I can do that.
I think they actually do.
Okay, then I'll start working on that now.
So, Cyan, you said that you haven't been able to hang out with your friends as much. Is that because of the whole private world situation?
I wouldn't say that. I think it's just because everyone's kind of doing their own thing. There is some people involved with the private world situation, but I think that situation is sort of like obvious because usually whenever they're doing stuff, they're like they've gotten big, so it's just kind of like yeah, they probably should hide in the private world because if they made it like Friends Plus and whatnot, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, can't really go Friends Plus or then the game just explodes in their face and FPS just plummets to the ground. But it's usually just whenever we're doing something and we just meet up. I usually run into Fan and Lemon and Egg and them now and then, just kind of like doing our own thing, and we just kind of run into each other and just hang out after that when we do.
Hey, Clear, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for coming in, buddy. And does anyone have any questions for Cyan as of right now? We'll keep him in mind too if we don't get to him right now. Hi all, hope you are having an awesome day. Hope you're having an awesome day too, Diesel. And we actually have 49 viewers right now. That's what happens whenever you ping like every single server and every single place, I guess.
That is true.
And plus, MysticalCyan, everyone loves you. You're a fantastic guest. You are beloved.
Eh.
I just imagine that. Sir, the people love you. What do you say to them? Eh.
Personally, I don't know.
Eh.
Personally, I don't know why people do like me. It's just I say stupid stuff and I tease everyone. It's just, how did you come up with the name? That's a very good question. I don't remember. I don't know how. I mean, so that's a really, really like big history lesson to go into, because before I did personally just a lot of roleplay just now and then. I got into Gary's mod roleplay back a while, and I was just kind of like, this is fun. I had a character, but then Gary's mod just kind of started falling off. The community I was in kind of fell apart, so I did a Starbound roleplay that I thought it would be fun because it was Starbound. It was just aliens and fantasy, and you can move and make your own world and whatnot and everything like that. So yeah, here comes the frontier. So and I made a character and I named them Cyan, and they were pink, and I thought it would be funny as hell. And when I was playing as a character, I kind of developed it and whatnot, and I just kind of changed my name to Cyan. And it was just like, it's a really unique name. You don't really see anyone named Cyan. And I was like, it's just a clever name, simple name, easy. And I just thought it was just a good name. And then when I came to VRChat, it was just kind of like, Cyan's just kind of like a boring name because it's just Cyan. So I was like, how about I name myself MysticalCyan? And that's pretty much how I came up with the name at that point. I just decided to name myself MysticalCyan so I had a unique name.
Sound like a Disney character now that I think about it. Hello, MysticalCyan, what are we going to do? Ah, yes, we will splatter colors all over them with paint, like Splatoon.
Maybe Cyan.
Love that, man.
I'm glad that I meet Cyan because I made a laptop. Do you know what that means, Cyan?
It's Delta. He's a laptop.
Oh, his character is actually a laptop.
Oh.
Yeah. And then every time I run into him, I always kind of like just tap on his head, start being like, "Hey, what's up?" Just start. I don't know. I do a lot of weird things whenever I meet some people.
How does he have a head if he's a laptop?
Well, his head is a laptop.
Oh, so
Right.
he's like pyrocynical that has like the TV for a head, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a laptop. And he's got like little emotions to it and everything. He's got little expressions for the laptop, and then
Oh,
there's
that's
my
cute.
favorite one where you could rip his head off, and it says fatality, and he's like,
Oh
shooting sparks
my.
out.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
that's always it's always
Wow.
it's always something fun happening now and then.
Well,
Jeez.
at least you have your own portable laptop then. Delta.
You just walk up to him. I need to go portable. Rips off his head. It was a necessary fatality. All hail the fake color. Cyan is not a fake color. Weren't people talking about that before? Weren't people arguing that cyan is not real? When they say that's
It's
not
because of nags.
It's because
Was
of
it?
nags.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did when I first got involved with the Patreon group,
I
right?
still remember that.
Yeah. So we did a thing called we did a thing where it was basically like guess the Patreon, guess who the Patreon is, and it was like a bunch of hints, right? And like there was Hilda, there was me, Grizz, and stuff like that. Grizz was like a very angry old man, and then like Hilda was like somebody who is like nice to everyone, and then
Yeah.
mine was a magical color in the bright blue sky, and then like Nags was like, whose name would be like a magical color in the bright blue sky? He was so confused and he had no idea what that meant. It was like a horrible riddle because he didn't know cyan itself was a color. So when we told him, oh, it's cyan, and then he was like, how does that even make sense? And then it was like immediately, and he was like, cyan is a bright blue color. It's like cyan is a color, and then he was just like, no, it's not. It's not a color. I don't believe you. And then he Googled it. He's like, oh, it is. Like, and he's like, all right, well, no, it's not. It's aqua.
Wow, no, oh my god. That's worse than the whole, hey, look, it's a blue Charizard. It's
Yeah.
worse than
Oh
that.
my god.
Castle.
Yeah, and then
I still
I
remember that.
remember-
I still remember seeing that happen. That was horrible.
Oh, the memes that were created too.
That was on community live stream, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. It was whenever he got whenever he got so much sent to him that week, and someone sent him a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he was like, "Is this a good card? Oh, look, it's a blue Charizard."
No, I meant the cyan thing. I think that happened on community live stream.
Oh,
yeah,
that happened there too.
He explained it, yeah, and then he
Yeah.
proceeded to just call me aqua in front of everyone. And I was like, why though? How you do this? And he was like, cyan is not a color. But then one day I did convince him to say cyan is a color, which was really nice.
Yeah, at some point I think
Actually-
he even renamed you on the Patreon to Mystical Aqua.
Oh my goodness.
We don't talk about that.
So,
Cyan.
Cyan, what's your favorite color?
Ooh.
I actually have two favorite colors of equal thing. It's purple and cyan.
Oh.
Okay, I'm glad Cyan is one of them. 'Cause
Yeah,
if not, I would have just judged you.
it's both because it is my favorite color, and I sort of have to say it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be
Because then
honest,
if I say cyan's not my favorite color, people are gonna be like, "But why though?"
Huh?
To be honest, we would probably
He's
change your name
called
from this.
Cyan, but it's not his favorite color. What?
Mystical purple.
his
Yes.
favorite color is indigo? Question mark.
Why you do this to me?
Oh, purple and blue, magical. People are saying magical purple in the chat now.
Magical
Yeah, because
purple.
that's another story as well of Ikriam.
Tell us about it.
Story time.
So Ikriam, Ikriam's one of my friends, and what happened was when I ran into when I was like talking to Ikriam, and he learned about the whole science on a color thing, right? So he started going on, "You're not a color," and then immediately one day he's like, "Listen, you're colorblind. You're not actually cyan. You're purple. Look at you." And I'm just like, "But why though?" And then everyone picked up on it and started calling me Mystical Purple. And then another meme came up where Shiro and a few others were like, "Oh, it's Mystical Purple Pepperoni Pizza Boy," because one day during my stream, I ordered $50 worth of pizza for my family, and my mom busted into my room going, "Why did you buy $50 worth of pizza for yourself?" And I was just like, "But I didn't buy it for myself." And then it's just my mom's weird. There's so much stuff that happened. It's just like,
See, I can just imagine that. That's one of those awkward things where, like, it's like, "Why'd you do this?" It's like, I got this for you. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's just that feeling of just crap. Castle said RayZay is BayZay. Ray, apparently you're Bay now.
Castle always says that. And it's probably true.
Hashtag
sign
stop
abuse.
sign abuse. Yes.
You
You know,
guys, stop sign abuse.
Were you gonna say Ranger?
we all know Ray is all of our babes.
Oh my. No, he's our cat. He's our little cat that we all sit with, and he clones himself, and then while he clones himself, he goes and controls all the cats. Like my cat that Ray really wants. He really wants my cat, Mies. And Ray, you saw it yesterday, and Ray was like, "I want it."
You called your cat Ray.
He's
So
very
that-
much a true cat.
That is why it scratched you. I
remember
jealous.
that. I remember that. I was just like, Ray, you're like, I control the cast, and right as you said that, I was like petting his stomach, and he was like, he like bit me.
I think everyone's going to start calling you BayZay now.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Hashtag BayZay. You
Well,
gotta have.
time to live up to the meme.
yeah, baby.
You have to change your PFP to a Twitch streamer, but it's a cat instead of. Oh God, it's Anthro. Oh no, Ray, you have to embrace it now.
I'll quickly change it. I have to get out of streamer mode though. And the thing is, someone was messaging me about mod stuff on the fan Discord, and I said, just go to another mod. I'm streaming right now.
I always love that. Hey, can you help with this severely serious thing right now? Like, no. Why not? Because we're on the podcast. Well, why does that matter? It's like,
Yeah.
Content.
Hey, content, talking, not being distracted. Although we are very distracted sometimes. It depends. I mean, Kyouji, how many times? We need to have a counter in the bottom right corner of how many times Kyouji has gotten up and left.
Yes, do.
It happens. It just every single podcast. At one point, you just hear in the distance.
You just hear him slam his door,
Yep. Some weird noises and then door slams.
and then you just hear in the background. You just hear after the door slam a toaster pop.
Are you an Indian now? You're about to like raid a camp.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Oh jeez. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Wait,
All right.
Nokka's taco is stuck in the oven.
What?
How do you get a taco stuck in the oven?
Hey.
Would you get anything stuck in an oven?
What?
And I've got an idea. Right, Cyan.
Yeah,
what's
what's
your
up?
favorite food? That just
Oh,
just reminded
my
me.
favorite food? Actually, it's bulgogi.
What the hell is that?
What is?
What is that?
Okay.
What?
So, I'm Korean. And
Wait, you're
bulgogi
Korean?
is yeah, dude. I'm Asian.
Yo, fellow
What?
Asian.
What?
Yeah, well, I'm half Asian. I'm half Korean.
You
If I
sound
sounded-
like
You're still Asian,
you
regardless.
sound like you're from Kentucky.
I know, right? I sound like I'm white trash.
I
But yeah, so bulgogi is basically beef strips, basically marinated in soy sauce, red chili pepper, a bunch of other stuff, and it's just sort of it's marinated into it, and then it's deep fried in the marinade, or not deep fried. It's sautéed in the marinade, and you put it on top of white rice. It's really good. Some people probably in the chat probably knows what it is, especially military personnel who have who were sent over to Korea would probably know exactly what bulgogi is.
I think some
I thought
people,
Cyan
some
was
people are
from
seeing.
Japanese
I
over.
just searched it up and you made me hungry.
It's really good. Honestly, I could send you a recipe.
So it's like beef strips that are sautéed and then laid on top of white rice.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
that
is
sounds really good.
amazing.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
really good.
It's really, really good.
I would say my favorite Asian food is definitely every single time. I get lo mein, and I get sweet and sour chicken with white rice,
Oh, dude.
and
sweet
then I
chicken.
and then I mix it all. Yeah. Although sometimes I get a little too American, and I dip them in ketchup instead of the sweet and sour sauce. And they're like,
Dude.
why are you doing that? Like, isn't that just chicken nuggets? I'm like, shh.
If the Chinese restaurant that you go to has access to hot oil and sesame sauce, I would definitely try out the sesame sauce with the hot oil. And hot oil is really good as well because you can mix that stuff with like soy sauce, the sesame sauce, some sweet and sour sauce, and then the hot oil. It's like, oh, dude, I really prefer my sweet and sour chicken with sesame sauce and hot oil over sweet and sour sauce.
What's your favorite food? Is it the beef? Is it the beef laid on top of the white rice?
Yes, it is that,
Ah.
but it's also like, strangely enough, it's macaroni and cheese with hot dogs, little shell macaroni with Velveeta cheese.
Yes.
Like I get that, I dice up the hot
Oh.
dogs, right? And
Yep.
I basically, I kind of make them in a pan, cook them up in a pan, and then I make some Velveeta shell macaroni. I love shell macaroni.
Oh.
I get the medium shells, and I cook the Velveeta and whatnot, make it like really extra cheesy. And then I just put the little diced hot dogs that are cooked in the pan on the in the macaroni and mix it all up, dude. It's so good. I love a lot of things.
Velveeta liquid gold, man. It really is just liquid gold. Oh, it's the
really
best
is.
cheese. A question from Marshmallow. He said, "I have a question for Cyan. How did you lose his 8 lives in the challenge that he's doing?"
Okay.
Oh boy.
So, to some people to put some context into it, the challenge I'm doing is basically a no loot challenge. I'm not allowed to be loot because before I was kind of running up under people's like dresses, being like, "Look, like you should change your make your panties cyan," and I was doing all these weird things that my friends and whatnot, teasing them and doing loot things. And then I was like, I should do a challenge because I was tired. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was exhausted. And I was like, a challenge would be a great idea. It wasn't a great idea, mind you, but I decided to do the challenge, which was no loot, like be like respectful. My first life I lost because I kissed somebody, I looted them, and then I did another thing where I said I yelled at Ikram and called him an a-hole as a joke, but that still counted as a life. And then another life was lost because I did another loot thing. I looked up someone's dress. Another thing was lost because I decided to propose to somebody.
Oh my
Then there was
goodness.
another thing where I was at 6 lives, right? And then I was like, all right, listen. I wanted to go on a date with Spazkoga, and she says, all right, there's a price. And I was like, out of manly pride, I immediately responded with whatever price it is, I'll pay for it.
Oh.
And then
Oh.
incidentally, said price was half my current lives.
Oh.
So that's that was that. And then I also decided to lick my, because I found an avatar that was it has like a little tongue hanging out, and I saw Faye Bells, and I love like petting face bells, and I was like, this is a really fun avatar, so I decided to lick their face And then my chat was immediately like, "That's a life. That's a life, dude." And I was like,
wow, that's
Yeah.
mega life right there. That's super mega life.
"Yeah." So now I'm at 2 lives left, but I'm not playing VRChat and not streaming it anymore until Shiro's unbanned. So unfortunately, everything that happened regarding that was like basically the challenge is over.
Are you protesting? Is that like your way to protest it?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess that's a way you could say it would be. I know it's against the rules, but honestly, I don't want to stream the game unless if my friends are getting screwed over, I don't want to stream the game.
Yeah.
Cyan, you could have made it more interesting by making it so every time you lose a life, you had to do something horrible, like drink something that's really disgusting.
Oh. Don't do that. It just brought back memories of whenever I had like 100 subscribers on my channel, I drank a shot of the hottest hot sauce we could find, and I went off camera and I vomited for 45 minutes. I was dying. I was like, I can't do this. It was so bad. It was like four years ago. Oh man, it's brutal.
I know she says she doesn't want people to do it, but I don't. It's not that it was like that's only done it. It was a lot of things tied into it that really made me not want to like stream the game as much. Mainly because before, a lot of my friends kind of do their own thing now and then, and it's just kind of like I can't really join them when I'm streaming, and the lag and the bugs really get me. And like there's also like just a ton of drama that occurs and whatnot, and it's just driving me insane. It's just like I don't want to stream the game anymore.
What's your opinion on the whole Chips thing? I didn't watch the video yet, but I saw that Chips made a video with Nags and they met, and I heard that Chips's community, I don't want to say anything, to slander or anything, but I just heard that they kind of have an amplified amount of drama. What was your opinion on that? Do you have any input?
I did hear about that. Actually, one of my friends was actually like hit by them, and personally, I heard Chips is a good guy. I don't think his community is good. I don't like it. And the one thing I'm really afraid of is that if this whole roleplay, because there was the talk that I had with Kyouji and a few others, Sora and a bunch of people regarding like roleplay and how people cannot compare. Like people don't understand that there is a comparison. Like, role play is role play. It's people having fun with each other. They're all friends, in the background. Like they're all friends and whatnot. If they're having a conflict, it's like it's just role play. It's not they're not actually like insulting each other or something. Like how Crumpster makes fun of people or how I make fun of Nags or Ikram. Like they're all my best buddies and like we're all friends and stuff. Like it's just banter. It's none of it's actually like us insulting each other. But some people take it as us really insulting each other and actually dislike them. And the one thing I'm most afraid of, though, is if the roleplay goes how I think it's going to be, and Lanfear sticks with Nags, and then Chips' community is going to be like, "Yo, bro, Lanfear, why the hell did you do this?" And they're going to like attack her. And that's the only thing I'm afraid of. Not Chips. Yeah. I say Chips can handle it pretty well, and I hope he gets his community in check and just be like, "Yo, don't do that." Because they have been causing trouble. They were sending death threats to somebody, and it was like really bad.
Yeah, and that actually brings up the whole point that a lot of people have been talking about, and even the whole thing with the PewDiePie Alinity situation. I don't know if you knew about that with the whole "can we copy strike PewDiePie?"
Yeah, I've
that
seen
thing,
that.
and her like defense was like, you need to be in charge because your little 9-year-olds are coming after me, even though like that wasn't it at all. It was just a flat out like she messed up really badly and just is constantly deflecting and is not accepting anything of what you did. And the whole like you need to be in charge of your people, and to an extent like but it's not like you're going out and saying ha, who are we going to strike next, my little followers. It's not like that. You can be like hey, don't do this, don't go do this. And then if people don't listen to you, you can't moderate every single individual person. Every person has their own free reign to do whatever stupid things they end up doing, and unfortunately people think that it then falls on the authoritative person or the person that's higher up that, is the role model, so to speak, of the fan. DVD said it's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank, bro. I remember that, like 2015 YouTube. It's just a prank. It's nothing but it's just a prank. Social experiment.
Teal,
Yes.
you said you can't moderate everyone, but you have to remember that I control 600 million cats.
You know what? Ray? I'm sorry that everyone else doesn't have telekinesis, little kitty powers. Okay.
600 million cats? What?
Yeah, that's how many small domestic cats there are in the world.
I feel like Ray would be the one, like, if he really wants to take over the world, he'd be like, cats form into big kitty robots, and just you see them just all connect to each other and create this massive, like,
Oh god, no.
hulking
Where do you
cat.
keep these cats? Yeah, exactly.
To be honest, the other day I saw him actually go, "Oh, cute," to a dog.
What?
Yes, he went, "Oh, cute," to a dog picture.
Yeah.
No. I said, but I must kill because it's an enemy. It was a puppy.
But you still said,
No,
"Oh,
puppy.
cute."
I know.
Ray, don't you hurt the puppies.
Someone make a point. It is like differing opinions, but the thing is, though, people are putting like words in other people's mouth. Though it's like I don't think Chips likes it when his community sends death threats over a roleplay scenario. It's just like you can be aggressive about it. It's like how people. I guess a pretty decent example would be you know the guy who played Joffrey in Game of Thrones.
You mean the little tiny guy?
Little tiny guy.
I don't know the characters. All I'm thinking of is a little tiny dude who is
The
like,
king. He was
Yeah.
the king,
Sure.
and he was a really big jerk face.
The
But
one
yeah,
that had sex with his sister.
No, not that one.
No,
Oh,
the,
no,
the kid,
I'm
the
wrong. I
child,
have
the
not
kid,
watched
the,
him.
yeah, the child between it. Yeah, but yeah, he did a really good job at really playing as a jerkhead, like amazing. And like the guy who's an actual act, like people hated him. They hated him, and they like there was actual instances of people spitting on his face in like the streets and stuff whenever they saw him. But like the dude himself is like one of the nicest dudes you could ever run into. He's actually good. Like it's just kind of like that. Like there's a difference between what people do between friends or like roleplay and whatnot, and like the character they play as over who they really are. And a lot of people, that little line's a little skewed for some people for some reason, unfortunately.
yeah. Let's see, Euphoric. How do you even control what your fans do? Well, if you're saying like strictly like if you wanted to control your fans, you could do that very easily, because especially if you are, say, making a hate video on someone and you flat out say, go like get them. I mean, that'll happen. You know, you're telling them that, and you can guarantee that there's a lot of people that will blindly follow that, you know, whether or not the person deserves it or not, you know, they will go after. It's just a matter of, you know, if you're not telling someone to do it, or even if you're not just mentioning it, or if you just flat out say, no, don't do this, they could still do it, is because they might not want to listen to you. You know, again, everyone, and as Clear just said, good content creator plus good community equals lots of fun. Good content creator plus unruly community equals it's impossible to control the actions of a group of bad apples, especially if they're young, which is very true on YouTube. You know, I mean, if I was to look at the analytics, if I was to, you know, be able to look at every single detail of, say, Ali A's channel, I would assume it's very young kids, considering milking that Fortnite dry, you know, and just 27 minutes of nothing videos, you know. So,
yeah, and as well as the fact that like doing lack of action, condoning, and like actually like disapproving of something is good. Like saying you don't like what people are doing is one thing over saying like doing nothing. Like people who say you can't do anything, you're kind of wrong. You could say no, I don't want this, and you could get rid of the people in your community who do that sort of thing. If they're going to ruin your community image like that and act like that, then they don't deserve to be part of the community. I think a really good example of someone who does that is Ikrim, actually.
Describe.
So Ikrim himself really does a good work at like whenever there's somebody in the community who does something really like bad, no matter who it is, he will shut them down. And there's other people who are doing things for him saying stuff like, "Oh, but like Ikram did such and such," and then he just straight up went, "No, that's not it at all. Like, what are you talking about?" It's just you can do something about it, and I think a lack of action with some people is like a really big problem. I'm not saying that Chips is a lack of action, but it's a repeated occurrence, unfortunately, of this happening, of his followers really kind of like going after people because they're just a friendly roleplay.
Yeah, a lot of people take roleplay very, very seriously, and I know my friend takes roleplay seriously to the point where her days have gotten ruined. Like when we were near almost finals week, she was like, "I don't want to hang out." I was like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "My day is ruined." And then she explained it, and it was because like everyone was like crying because of roleplay or something like that. And I was like, I told her, I was like, hey, you really need to step back and like look at this. I mean, if you're letting your days, your weeks get ruined because of a role play, and, oh, we did this, and Kosaki Ramasama said this, and then Oshine Kawaki said this, and and then it's like no, like step back and realize that, it's not. It's not real. It's not, and especially it's not even the whole thing with a movie. If people get into it like TVs and TV shows and the movies and they get really into it, and it's like, oh, the characters, like, yeah, but like you need to realize too that especially if you specifically are involved with role play, you can be the one to change things and make it, you have the power to make it so you can step back and say, okay, I'm going to distance myself, make sure I realize that this is not real, because you can control it. You're a part of it. Same thing with actors, I mean, but there are some actors that have gone insane. They go into their roles and they're like, I am that character now, and that's not healthy. It has happened professionally. I sometimes don't get role play. I sometimes get complicated. Are you just acting or are you seriously? I guess it's just because I lack social skills. I don't talk much to people. Seriously, shipping in a community is unruly. Heard they threaten the creator unless the ship happens. I hate ships. Kill them with fire. Yeah. In regards to the whole ships, Cyan, what's your opinion on that? Because that's been a big topic of conversation lately.
So I know there was problems with people shipping each other in regards, like people like saying, "Oh, ship this, ship that." Personally, I think it's personally gotten excessive. I know people know that like the whole family tree and whatnot that everyone calls Chernobyl and whatnot. But the person that was like my first RP son was Dr. Peppers. And it was just kind of like people were saying Pupper's best girl, and then they're trying to ship Nags with Puppers, and it was just kind of like he didn't even want it. He was like Pepper was just like weirded out by it, and like it was like excessive. Like people were like really obsessed with it and trying to do it.
Honestly, at this point, it's not even Chernobyl anymore. It's just literally, quote unquote, fuck this. That's basically the entire family tree.
I know Lil Bagel cut themselves off from it permanently, I believe.
Yeah, so
but
did
it
I.
wasn't. It was because it was just kind of like it's just nothing happening with it. It was like I find it to be fun. I find the chaos with it to be hilarious.
I was in it, but I cut myself off it too.
Yeah.
So
I just find the chaos to be entertaining as hell. But I can relate with people, and I do not enjoy the whole shipping thing. And I feel like it causes problems. Like I think a lot of the whole people being included for like shipping and whatnot, and then like going in, like I think, like personally, I think Lanfear is like a perfect match for Nax. I think honestly, if it was like a roleplay thing, I think Lanfear fits the bill.
yeah.
But like I think like everyone else like trying to get included is just kind of like excessive. That's just my thought.
I mean, Nags does have a harem,
Like-
to be fair,
Like,
I have one too.
I'm just gonna say right now, like, the shipping has been excessive, but personally, I think if you want to be shipped with someone, just make sure you agree with it. Because I've seen a lot of people get shipped with each other and they just don't agree with it. And people keep pushing it and they just don't like it.
Who are the two guys that were having a bunch of fan art and stuff, and I think, who was it? Was it Kuroi? I think, and he said flat out, he's like, no, he's like, stop this, like, this is not funny, and I've been saying this is not funny. Like,
yeah, people were shipping Fox and Kuroi, I think. They were kind of fed up with it. So yeah, that's a good example. because personally, I'm shipped with someone and I'm fine with it because I'm good friends with the guy. So, but I wouldn't just ship with anyone. Like,
Yeah.
that's just no. Not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I ship with the people that are willing. Like I have like the whole ham thing, but it's honestly just a bunch of my close personal friends, and I try to bring as many people into it because it's like, I think it's funny. I personally get a bunch of sick satisfaction making the family tree as mangled as possible. but like if somebody's like, I don't want to be shipped, I respect that, man. It's all good. It's all good fun. I don't want to make people upset. But when people forcibly put those ships on people and they don't want it and they keep doing it and pressing it over and over again, it's just kind of like, it's just enough is enough. Like, it's all good and fun, but when you be a dick, you're a dick.
Yeah. I love how all Mr. Word said was "oh," and Lettuce Man just goes "burp." Burp. Mr. Burb is here to say.
Talking about a little bit of drama kind of stuff, there was that thing with the hentai.
Oh,
there was
we haven't been
that-
talking about that. Oh boy, I thought we were gonna talk. Okay, all right.
No, we're going to, because MysticalCyan already made this.
Oh man,
mature
I'm
into
so
that.
sorry.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
oh boy.
I have a
What is
very
your-
short.
What's your?
I have a very short but powerful opinion on that. Like, I think there has been too much of it, but I also think people have been crying too much about it because it's easy to block in your settings. Like, I don't agree with how much is happening, but it's
Like,
it's really easy to block. Like,
With Zentreya, people
Yeah.
were posting it in Zen's Discord, in their DMs, in Twitter, and Twitter DMs.
yeah, I saw
everywhere.
that. I saw that while I was at work, and someone actually almost saw it, which I wasn't very happy about. But I just immediately like unfollowed the person that posted it. So
Yeah, again, like I understood both sides, you know, because on the one side of, you know, just not just blocking it, I do understand that, like, we don't want people on the outside looking at this, and especially, like, can you imagine me with my capstone and like doing this, and then people look up VRChat and the first thing they see is just all this, you know, and like they're like, oh, I thought this was a great community, why is it like this? So I understand the whole, you know, there is going to be lewd, there's going to be pornographic material even, you know, and we don't want people from the outside to view our community like that, but also at the same time, artists are going to make what they make with their talent, you know, and it is very easy to adjust those settings on Twitter, and people know that now, you know, it just took that, and people know.
yeah, that's
Asking a
like
porn artist to draw anything but porn is just kind of like, but that's what I do.
like that's kind of what I was saying. Like, if you don't like it, you can tell them, but don't literally go crying about it for several days. Just
There were people who were like complaining about it, but it's like you're followed to somebody whose job is literally drawing porn. If you don't like looking at the not safe for work stuff, don't follow a not safe for work artist.
yeah.
And the whole thing, that's why like me, like I if I ever see anything on my timeline, I like almost nothing, even if it's not, you know, anything like that pops up on my timeline. If it's something that's controversial, like political, if it's anything with like controversy with a sports team, I don't like it. I don't retweet it. I don't do any of that. I just look at it and I'll maybe, you know, put it in the archive just in case I want to go back and read it to get more details or information. But I will not show anything that indicates that I saw it, because I don't want to create any kind of controversy on my end, even if it's completely things that are unrelated, just any kind of controversial thing that could be looked at as, you know, hey, why'd you like this tweet? You know, it happens all the time, you know. Somebody says, hey, I really like this guy. Yeah, I like this president, or I like this political person, and then you just get attacked, you know. And that's why, again, I don't retweet nothing. And I mean, the only stuff I think I've retweeted or liked is stuff that if anyone was to see it, I would be fine with them seeing. That's my philosophy. on
Yeah.
Twitter with anything that I post.
It's just
Personally, if you like looking at porn, dude, you like looking at porn, man. I don't care. Just don't rub it into my face.
yeah. Like
I can
it's
just imagine it. I can just imagine it. JT with like the Zentreya art, or the his Zentreya art. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at
Yeah,
it. Looking at
He's,
you.
yeah, he's never like that though. Thankfully, like
Yeah, JT's
honestly-
an awesome person.
basically it's just a really controversial topic, and just like Noka just said, they're not followed to anyone like that, but they still see it. But that's mainly because of retweets, you know.
Exactly.
And a way to counter that is to just go into your settings and turn on filter. You still see the post, but you have the option to click on it to see it or not.
Just
And it
remember
should-
the younger
it should be
generation.
turned off by default, shouldn't it?
Yes, it should be.
Yeah. So this basically means that everyone's put their own account, basically lied about their birthday, said they're over 18, and then it's just turning it off. Turning the
Essentially.
filter off automatically because people are lying about their age.
Well,
much.
even people who aren't lying about their age, like some people who are over 18 just don't want to see that stuff on Twitter. And then Twitter just automatically disables it if you're 18 plus, but it's still bothersome. And all I can tell you is to just turn on the filter. It's,
yeah, if you don't like
it takes like 2 or 3 clicks, I think. So
Yeah, if you don't like it, put on the filter, and if you don't like it, don't follow the person who does it. Like,
And if you really don't want to see it, block them.
Yeah, oh yeah. Speaking of Twitter and stuff, actually, quite recently, for the past couple days, a ton of people have been getting locked out of their Twitter accounts completely and not being able to get back in because something with their age. There's been a ton of people around the age of 13 that are tweeting out, even people that aren't, but anyone that's kind of under 18, they're suddenly they can't get into their Twitter account, and some people are saying it's because of lying about age. So who knows? Maybe they're actually cracking down on it, but I'm not sure.
There should be some way to actually properly verify the age, like provide birth details or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of an overtime thing, I think. It's
my
gonna be case by
filter is
case.
on, but half the stuff isn't filtered.
To be
Are
totally
you-
real, I used to be.
Are you
sec-
like talking about lewd stuff, or because I do see lewd stuff, but I never see pornographic stuff because of the filter.
I mean,
I
mean,
noticed some mature content are like unfiltered.
I mean, there's even been posts where people have like, labeled it mature content, and then you click on it, and it was like a freaking picture of Rick from Rick and Morty. He goes, "I like the way you think." It's like it just is a joke. Someone like put that filter on that. So you know what I mean? Like the fact that the filter, is not there on many of these things is kind of ridiculous, considering it's on things even as just a joke to show that, hey, you can put it on anything. You could take a kitten and like press mature content. It's like, oh, I see that cat, Ray.
Personally, I think there should be an option where you can mark your own Twitter posts as mature or not.
I believe you can. I think you can.
And if it is, and it's not marked as mature, you should be able to get like a warning for that. That's what I personally think.
Is it right that Twitter is the only social media that allows to post basically any mature content? Twitter has some rules. I know Instagram's stricter. I know Facebook, it really depends. Facebook things get flagged quickly, but most of the time they quickly get switched to mature content and it still stays up. I mean, I watched a video whenever a hurricane happened where a guy literally got crushed by like a warehouse container thing and it wasn't censored. And I was just like, oh, I just looked at that now. I'm not going to feel good for the next 2 days,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't. I personally find Twitter to be a little bit more reliable and stuff, because usually they crack down on not safe for life stuff, but not safe for work stuff. It's kind of like a freebie, but you can still filter it out.
Did someone just say whether they were permanently banned off Facebook? How?
I'm not really sure. I don't use it.
I don't use Facebook much anymore. Facebook has kind of just destroyed itself at this point.
Yeah. Also, let's get away from these topics.
Yeah, dude.
It's getting bad. So, to do that, Cyan,
What's up?
on a scale of 1 to dodecahedron, what is your favorite color of the alphabet?
Fruit.
Fruit. Got it.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
boy. Dude,
This
don't you know,
time-
fruit, man? An apple a day keeps the doctor away, yo. I wish I
I
had an
actually
apple next to me
do.
to eat one, like right when I said that, because I love doing that.
I
Personally-
actually love fruit.
Oh, fruit, dude. Grapes, watermelon, strawberry. So if I'm gonna eat strawberries, I better have a giant whole bowl of Cool Whip for me to dip every strawberry in. I cannot eat strawberries without Cool Whip. Oh, it's so good. Cool Whip. So good.
Cool Whip, what?
Yeah, Cool Whip. I love it. Just strawberries and Cool Whip. Toast!
Family Guy. Cool Whip.
And oranges. Oranges too. Well, tangerines. No, toast
I
is not a
pers-
fruit, toast.
Personally, I love apples the most.
With peanut butter or with cheese?
With anything. Cheese?
Some people
Wait.
dip apples in cheese. That actually is a thing. I tried it once. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, that sounds horrible, dude. There's like a fatty taste to like a fatty, like I guess cheesy taste to cheese. It does not fit with apples with like the sweetness. Or the
No,
Well,
sour.
some people think it is.
You confused me. You said apples and peanut butter?
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, apples and peanut butter
Yeah.
is amazing.
Apples and peanut butter is one of the most common combinations.
What?
of,
No, it's not.
yes, it is.
I never
In the
heard of
UK,
Yeah,
that.
it is.
It's you get a
You-
slice of apple
you-
and
you
a slice of
people-
mature cheddar.
You Americans are weird.
Mature cheddar?
Yeah, like cheddar. It's not like fatty cheddar. Right? It's,
Yeah, so it's
like-
apples and cheese. That's what I just said. It's
but
it's horrible.
it's dry cheese. It's not
Yeah.
like anything like what you said.
Apples and caramel. Yeah,
Oh, so it's not like
I
sharp
can support
cheddar.
that. I can
Yeah,
support
apples
that.
and caramel is amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, apples and chocolate. Oh, the freaking dipping it. Oh, with the
Dude,
oh.
caramel apples with like a little bit of like covered in caramel with like peanuts, like little peanut pieces on it. It's
True.
Every
True.
fall, every autumn season, dude, I get like 5 caramel apples like October.
As
Dude.
we're talking about food, Nick here is probably going, "Oh God, I need food. These
does
guys are
any-
making it worse."
Does anyone else here hate pepperoni pizza?
No.
I don't hate it, but I would
Uh,
much rather prefer. Okay, best pizza you can get
Why?
ever. Super simple. Cheese pizza with grilled chicken on top, and the crust is the cheese stuffed crust pizza. Oh my god!
I
I need
Pineapple
7
pizza's the worst.
slices.
In
Oh,
my
I
it's
opinion.
really
I tried
Mm.
pineapple pizza, but it's really dependent on what's like
Mm.
pineapple paired with.
I
This shit-
really don't like pepperoni pizza.
I'm okay with it, but I prefer
Do you like
something
sausage?
else.
Do you like sausage pizza?
I've never had sausage pizza.
Sausage
Oh.
pizza? What?
Yeah, little pieces of sausage on pizza.
The thing is, it's just because the pepperoni is too spicy. Like too spicy to be with a pizza. Like it's not too spicy for me. I love spicy food, but it just doesn't pair with a pizza.
we're
Trust
making
me.
we're making the chat super hungry. They're just dying. They're like, oh.
And then someone is just eating right now.
I love my favorite thing to ever make is actually getting potatoes, baking the potato, getting a plate of flour, bacon bits, little bit of like 3 cheese blend, salt and pepper and whatnot, and like just a bunch of spices like a flour. Mixing that in with like the mashed up baked potato, making patties, and then drenching the potato again once more in like flour on the outside, like just regular flour, and then like just frying it. And making potato pancakes with like a cheesy little center of it, and like bacon bits and whatnot, and just it's so good. I
Are
love
we just going to
potatoes.
talk about food this whole podcast?
Apparently,
Please
we went from super depressing to just food. So good, congratulations, Ray.
that's such
You're
a
the one that
okay.
started it, Ray. You're the one that started it.
No.
Reggie it was.
I asked my confusion question. and
Should
then
we-
Simon said-
Should we get back to questions? Because I have a question for Simon.
Real quick though, let's be real here. Every time it's always something about depression, it always ends in food. Like we're not like it's not wrong. This always
That's
happens every time.
Yeah.
I'm
No, 'cause-
surprised Kyouji is not run out of the room hungry.
I think Kyouji can't speak right now.
Kyouji said he has to go
Or
somewhere.
he just
he
ran
said he's
away.
gonna get he actually said he's going to get food or something. So Kyouji's been gone for the past like 15 minutes. We didn't even realize it.
Yeah, he's been gone. He said, I'm gonna go get food. I feel like he's doing spam and eggs.
Yeah, probably.
No, he's getting toast.
One or the other. But
Or both.
yeah, Cyan. Hey, Cyan, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, basically,
Got food?
who would you say are your closest friends on VRChat?
Okay, that's a toughie, dude. That's a legit toughie one.
You
right
can
there.
name as many people as you want in no particular order.
I would legit have to say like all the Patreons from Magnus Discord, just all of them. If I had to like make out like names, I would have to be like Lusa, Lil Bagel, Faybells. I'm gonna miss people, dude. I'm gonna straight up say it. I'm gonna miss some people. Delta, Ikriam,
I'm just gonna say right now, I'm really happy I was the first one.
yeah, boy. Cody, dude. I love Cody. Grizz. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot, dude. Seriously, I don't know. I could name. I could literally be here for an hour and start naming off names. It's just like I may not. The unfortunate thing about how I act really is I may not be able to. I may not be able to always like respond to people immeditely. I'm not like the most responsive at times. Usually, I'm doing something and I'm a little late. It's just,
Thanks 2.0.
but I try to do my best, and it's always tough talking to people because usually some people are very upset. They feel like I don't give them attention, which they're right. I don't. It's just I'm all over the place. I know literally like hundreds of people, and I try to do my best to try keeping in contact of all of them, and I fail. It's all over the place.
You failed.
ASMR time?
Message me more. I love you.
ASMR, yeah. Everyone has ASMR.
Yeah, message me
No.
more. Message
this
me
is-
more. I love you.
This is comfortable.
I try to message you as much as I can.
Oh. Wait, no,
Cyan,
it's not
are you
responding to
there?
me.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Cyan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
What's up?
Did
What'd
you
you say?
not? Did you not hear what I said?
I think I might have missed.
Oh.
What are you doing? Are you distracted?
I am playing Dying Light, but it was just kind of like
Oh, great game.
I kind of like read the chat for a little bit there. It's not that I've been playing Dying Light this entire time, so like I'm
I was
currently
I was
running over
basically
zombies.
whispering to you, and I was like, "Hey, message me more."
I'll do my best.
It's free. It's free real estate.
It's free Discord messages.
You know what? Cyan actually made me crave an apple.
Oh, my. Actually, we have a bunch of apples in the
Dude,
fridge.
whenever dude, me and Ikram have had talks about food, and it's just been like hour-long talks, and then we are hungry, and then we have to go get something to eat immediately.
Are we just going back on the top? Let's just carry on talking about food. Yeah. You know
No,
what?
no,
That's-
we should
that's-
probably continue with this.
It's
It's always talks about food. I love
Yeah.
talking
All
about
right.
food,
So we're gonna talk about your stream. What will you say are your have been your highs and lows during your streams?
That's a really crazy one because it's been all over the place, man. It could be straight up in like the solid like 50s and 60s at times, and then it can just be down low like 15s. And it's just like all over the place. I honestly don't know. I personally don't know what my average is. Apparently, my average is like 30 or something so on like Twitch, but I can be all over the place.
Are you
I really don't
fucking
mind it.
kidding me?
Jeez.
Recently, I've seen
Three.
you with like 30 viewers. What are you talking about?
No, 3. I didn't say 3. I mean, I said 30. Did I? Did I say
Yeah, you
3?
said,
You said
30.
three.
You said 30. I heard 30.
Yeah, I could be
I heard
in my
3.
low. I could be in 15s, and I could be all the way up in my like
Oh, yeah.
high 50s.
I was waiting for us to probably create the whole. Do you hear Yanni or?
I'm still stuck under the 10s, sadly. Hopefully, we'll get there someday.
Yeah, dude. It seriously. I just been streaming every day, man. I don't know what I've been doing. I just been doing
Yeah, me too.
trying to do my best, and I have not been doing my best. I don't think. I don't know why, but apparently people just like watching. But it is a time thing, dude. I don't know what's been going on. I think it's because I got rated a bunch, but you'll
Probably.
get there, man.
Yeah, hopefully.
Not hopefully, you will.
Hopefully.
Just time.
Clear said, would you say getting more popular in VRChat makes your life better or more complicated?
Complicated, dude. Complicated. Oh my lord.
Yeah, I couldn't really feel that myself, and I'm small.
It's always more complicated. It's like there's so much crazy stuff that happens and more people that you get in touch with all over the place, and at times it can get really, really hectic and really crazy. Personally, I've stopped streaming VRChat, and then it's just I don't want to stream it anymore because of all the like complicated stuff that has happened. Because not only is it just not what people want to watch, it's not what I want to stream. And like most of the time, there's been moments where I had to just put my stream on pause in VRChat because something happened, and I had to go like discuss something with somebody, and then I had to like end my stream. And it's just like streaming VRChat is just it's not fun.
Another question from Excalibur. Cyan, what was the hardest thing when starting streaming? Or starting your streams?
It was trying to understand, like, someone just
What
got
was
murdered.
that? Did Kyouji just get murdered?
I think it just got murdered.
Oh, that was
Wow.
So what was the hardest thing? Dealing with.
What he's saying?
I don't know what he's
Don't
saying
even know.
either, dude. I'm gonna have to say it would be the donations and the raids from the start. Because when I started streaming, all my friends decided to start raiding and donating to me, and I didn't know how to do it. Honestly, when Nags raided me the first time, I cried. I was in tears. I didn't know how to react to it, and it wasn't like happy tears. It was like, "What the hell is happening?" tears.
Yeah.
It's just when you start out and then like you get bursted by somebody. It's hard to take in.
Yeah.
It's extremely difficult to take in, and it's crazy. And I'm still not used to donations. Usually when people donate to me, I'm just like, don't donate. Stop that.
Do you think that VRChat is going on a downward spiral, or would you say it's actually just plateaued?
I think it's going into a downward spiral, not like a plateau. I don't think it's fallen off a cliff just yet, but I think it's straight up spiraling down slowly. Personally, I think there's like I'm not gonna say. Actually, that's probably a bad thing to say. Never mind. That's probably a really bad thing to say.
I'm going to go against your point there, Mr. Cyan, because you said that it's going down a spiral and will eventually reach a cliff. Playmaker is going to change everything.
What?
Actually, I think Playmaker is going to change a lot of things, but I think heavily like optimization is just like optimization really dictates a lot of how people are acting and whatnot. It's just if they release because of how they released the cameras and then they immediately lost like 2,000 average players. And it's just started going down slowly with the average player base. It's just kind of like if you do release Playmaker, it better release with it better not break the game. Like that's the thing. 'Cause they broke a lot of things when they first released the cameras, and I'm just kind of like Playmaker's a big thing. It's a whole script based thing, and and honestly, too many scripts can break a computer.
What is
And
Playmaker? Because I actually don't know. Describe it.
Well, not like break a computer, but like if you have like so many scripted things happening at once, it can lag really bad.
Playmaker is basically a thing that lets you create a game within VRChat.
Oh my!
So,
Oh boy!
like a full world game and everything, multiple worlds actually for a game. The
Beat
thing is,
Saber in VRChat.
one reason a lot of PCs can't at all run anything and why VRChat is so unoptimized is because they only run it on one processor core.
Which is kind of absurd, just for
Yeah.
the fact that it's a VR game.
Which is really stupid, and they need to change that as fast as possible.
Oh, definitely. I can run a lot of crazy things like easy. Like I've run Arma with literally. Okay, this is a little history lesson about me back then when I did like a little story time. But back then I played a lot of Arma 3, and there was a server I did on that was like a 500 player co-op mission, and there were platoons of people and companies and everything like that. Everyone moving around, armor battalions, and there was like a whole air wing of people exploding. And I was like running like a solid like 60 FPS. I'm like high, but like I've never had like a game as frustrating as VRChat when it comes to just optimization.
Yeah.
So how do you think it can be improved?
Personally, spend the time just focusing on it and listening to the player base and like regarding, because I know there were several coders and even like I think some people who do a bunch of Unity stuff who even develop their own little games as well using Unity, who are like, listen guys, like you may not say it's simple, but it's like something like this, like like people, they need to, I feel like they need to branch out and bring more people into their fold, people extremely knowledgeable as well on the subject, because the devs are busy. A lot of them are doing things as well, and with the whole hacker craze and the security problems as well, a lot of the devs are currently like put on like moderating business, so not always like not like deving all the time. So it's just kind of like.
Also, they don't have a lot of devs, do they?
No, I think it's like what?
There's under 20, and for a game this big, it's a bit, yeah. I mean, there's people in this community that could probably make a modified client, send it to VRChat devs, and say, yeah, here, it runs on multiple cores now.
I can definitely explain how bad the optimization has been since the camera update, because right before the camera update, I got a new GPU. I upgraded from a 970 to a 1080.
GTX 1080!
I used to stream on my 970, and then I was getting basically 25 FPS generally in most rooms, as long as they weren't stupidly busy. And ever since I got my 1080, it increased to basically fucking 60 everywhere I went, even in full rooms. But now, if I join a full room, I'm literally stuck at like 30, 35.
Yeah.
It's almost halved. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's the thing, and they kept constantly saying like, I remember hearing someone go on Avatar, it's like, listen, dude, if you release an update that causes the current performance to be cut in half, then it's a problem. Like they did increase the CPU issues slightly, or the performance less with the most recent update, but now it's like declining again. I don't know how, if it's like a player thing or something, but like I noticed that it's just slowly declining.
Yeah. Like
So,
I want to keep playing because I don't really play VRChat to, you know, play it as a game. I play it as basically talking to my friends and spending time with them. Because
Also,
in the end, VRChat is a social game and not just a general game. If that's understandable.
also, Lusa, what you just said, how it's like a social game, and literally just VRChat is basically not even a game. It's a place for people to meet. It's a community thing.
Yeah.
And I've heard from a couple of people that, I won't name them, but some of the devs like aren't really community friendly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Heard
And
that.
have been offensive and other stuff.
I've heard nasty, not even just offensive, just
Yeah.
flat out nasty.
Yeah.
And it's just really just, I mean, that alone could remove a large chunk of the player base, as
Yeah,
well
definitely.
as the bad optimization. Like, I would have been playing even if I would have crashed, but now I can't even run it.
Yeah.
And I'm on a laptop. Like in January I could play it, now I can't at all. And now it's just it's just slowly more problems on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to struggle to play
Yeah.
VRChat as well.
It
on
really,
desktop mode.
yeah, it's just there's always been problems with just some people being bad eggs, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's like a loud vocal minority in regards to those bad eggs that are causing problems, but then there's just all the optimization and just some of the drama between some of the non-minority. It's all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a sad thing.
Also, what Euphoric said, they should focus on being devs and get people, just like actual people to moderate.
Yeah.
Like Erit, he's a mod in their Discord, and he's quite well known, and he's a very organized person.
Yes.
And he has a lot of free time, even though he's admin everywhere. He has loads of free time. He could probably actually help moderate around in VRChat as well as in their Discord.
Yeah, probably.
And also, I really just like I remember when I first joined in their Discord, I was like, why isn't there any VCs? This is the opposite of a community Discord. And at least there's the fan group for people to talk to, and now the sanctuary for even more people to talk into.
Yeah.
Have they tried to get more people to help them? I don't think so. I don't think so, because I think that you keep in mind that it's not like it can be a business. They can't pay, because they haven't taken the initiative of finding any way to monetize VRChat so that they can do more things,
But they did get funded a total of 7 million, was it, from both HTC and Oculus?
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got
Yep.
7 million. They got a bigger budget than BattleTech. BattleTech was because I don't even know how much they got with their Kickstarter, but the BattleTech game, which was Unity, when that was released, it had I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they have enough money to completely just build a whole like actual proper team.
So $7 million, and they couldn't. Wow. Man.
Also,
Yeah.
the thing is, it's one of the only VR games with full body tracking, and it should really it's possible for it to easily get sponsorship. Like sponsorship, you can
does
easily
have a
get
sponsorship.
a
It's sponsored
sponsorship,
by HTC and
Yeah.
Hive.
and a couple more companies could as well, and then they just don't even get any sort of business going.
Yeah.
And also, like Clear said, yeah, but then you look at some other games that are free, and they still have a paid, like a development team that is a company, and that's the only game that company has.
Yeah, I know for a fact there's also a bunch of people who are willing in the community to actually pay.
Like, if you think
that
about
would
it,
willingly help without
You-
having to be paid.
you can technically put adverts within VRChat worlds. Like, there are places you could put it out of the way. In the hub, you could have
Mm-hmm.
adverts.
Yeah.
And that's how they could make money. Instead of, like, just going, oh yeah, let's make it paid. They could just put ads in. It's simple.
And like in like the official worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Take-
if you guys like feel like this, and then especially those of you listening that are giving ideas, way to actually relay all this, because I feel like well, everyone says, we want to do this, we want to do this. I feel like there hasn't been any way for anyone to give feedback directly, and especially if you have
Mhm.
people in large numbers saying, hey, let's do this, and like, we are the community, we care. I feel like that would maybe change some things, And I don't know, because right now I don't know if there's any way for just a normal person to contact the developers. There's no
So-
email, there's no feedback department.
Huey literally just said a very easy way they could do it.
Yeah.
Merch.
Yeah, dude, I would
Merch.
buy
VRChat
adverts.
merch. Wasn't that already a thing? Aren't people already making VRChat shirts? Because I know Eric has one.
Because he just got the VRChat logo and went on a t-shirt customizing site.
Oh. Okay. He didn't actually get. Okay. Yeah.
Yup.
All right.
Toast.
Yeah. I think it is a really crazy. I think it's not as complicated as people might think, personally.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I do hope
How
things
long are we?
improve.
I sure do too.
Been going
Well, I
for an
think-
hour and 15 minutes. We can keep
I
going.
think this community and this VRChat as a whole will carry on going. I think that.
I think so
Fine.
too.
Yeah.
I think
I
it
personally
will.
think if they keep making poor decision choices, it's just going to decline.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
already declining right now because of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think the thing that would be the dagger. I mean, if Nags was to ever stop, that'd be it. That would.
But
be,
he would never. He would never stop.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. I feel like Nags kind of is the engine. You know, honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be kind of outlandish to say that. You know, Nags is one of the big. I mean, it's not like James Ski. Yeah, he makes some VRChat videos, but Nags is VRChat. He made his brand off of meeting Rad, meeting Matt6, all the people, and going on adventures. Like, people know Nags from VRChat, and if he was to ever stop, he'd still obviously have a lot of people watch him because, he's up there now. He's at the point where you could say, quote unquote, he's made it, not like 1 million subs, but he's at 150,000, But as long as he keeps going, I do agree with Ray that there will be a community, and who knows? I mean, the people that stay it's kind of a testament. It will really show that they're the ones that truly want to be here. No matter what happens with the game, no matter what direction, it's a matter of that they like the community itself. And hopefully the community can clean up its act a little bit, stop with the drama, make it what it used to be back in November, December. Everyone put their egos down, content creators, realize they're some of them, realizing that they're normal people, and just readjust everything. And
I really think even though that even if it does decline and it keeps declining, I still think though that like the majority community would probably be there. And honestly, I think a decline would be good. I think if VRChat got a little less popular, because I don't think if the game got less popular, the videos and the content would be any less popular. But I do think it would help. It would help if it got a little less attention.
The views have gone down on pretty much every single VRChat YouTuber, even Nags. His views daily for his videos have gone way down. It used to be 200 to 300,000 views per video, maybe 500,000. And now it's 50,000 to 60,000, 2 days after he uploads. But that's just that I think the explanation for that is because it's not the do you know day wait every seconds. That is what exploded VRChat like overall to just quote unquote normies, because it was a meme and memes explode and make things explode. So
Yeah.
Toast.
are there any VR conventions that they would go to get more publicity, plenty of space to advertise? Oh, clear. That's a really good idea. I actually think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, like I said last week, there should be some sort of like VR con or something like that. Just for VR, because VR is one of those things that are slowly getting bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I think eventually
They do
it will
have them.
happen.
They do have them, but it's in like countries like Japan.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
There's this it's been going on for ages in Japan.
I doubt the game is going to sink anytime soon. I just feel like it's just going to keep declining.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I know for a fact that no matter what happens, like for the rest of the year, the game is constantly going to be like what it is now. But I know for a fact though that if it keeps going the same way it's going now, it's just not going to go good.
You're saying like 2 years down the road to 3 years.
Maybe like a year, depending on
Oh,
the next
geez.
update. If the Playmaker update and whatever updates before then are really going to dictate how it's going to work.
Yeah, if they
'Cause
fix
if they screw up,
if
and
they
everything
fix
gets messed up,
they fix optimization, I think it'll go a long way.
I think if they remove that trust system too, personally, I think that trust system is absurd.
What
Yeah.
trust system?
So they implemented a trust system where it's basically if you are not trustworthy, you cannot upload avatars, and you have to be playing the game for at least a week. Was it like 50 hours at least to be involved? But currently, what happened was there was an incident with the trust system making if somebody got blocked 3 times by random people, then it resulted in the system sort of just kicking people off the thing. It was just really bad.
Oh, jeez.
So basically, if 3 people don't like one person that's in a world because they randomly joined a friend in that world, those 3 people could block them, and then they'd be kicked off VRChat.
No, they would be kicked off uploading avatars.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
Soulcred said, "I don't enjoy nags for his VR chat, and I have even stopped watching them lately for personal reasons. I enjoy his community stuff more." What do you mean? Do you want to elaborate, Soul, on what you mean by the community stuff? Do you mean
I think I actually know what Soul is talking about.
Yeah, I
Because
think so too.
basically, I got in this community right around January when Nags was just transitioning to daily videos, and before that, I started watching them. He started doing daily videos, and I stopped watching. It's because you know.
can't keep up.
Well, first of
Yeah.
all, you can't keep up, but then once it's daily videos, you're gonna get bored. It's gonna be the same game, the same thing over and over again. Eventually, you'll see a repeat of what happens. Like in a couple months, we might see what we saw at the start.
Yeah. Like, what I personally do is I don't watch his VR chat videos as often anymore because it's basically just a family tree clusterfuck every video now. And honestly, what I enjoy most of what Nags uploads, it's just the community streams and well, his stream highlights, honestly.
And also his other streams, like when he streams other games. Like a lot of people actually watch that.
Yeah.
I
think
still enjoy him, like, as a guy, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
just
Yeah.
Nags is an amazing person.
yeah.
He's an astounding human being. He always will be.
Like-
I know I want to catch up. I know that I can honestly say I've missed like the past month, I think, of the videos just because I never got time to. I might sit
Yeah,
tonight
same.
or tomorrow and just kind of binge, and just see what's been going on. The last video I watched of him was whenever he was trying to open a giant wooden door. Do you know what I'm talking about? And he couldn't open it, and he was trying to show off how strong he was. And then Andis got like injected with a needle or something.
Oh, that one.
I don't think I've even seen that.
Yeah.
I think I saw that one. It was months ago. Yeah.
Let me see.
I've missed a lot.
Like
I
it-
love
it-
streaming other games aside of VRChat. I
I know.
find streaming VRChat is just not
Yeah.
fun anymore.
I know that Nags is probably going to watch this, so I'm just going to say, like, I'm not saying Nags' content is bad, like, in any way.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah,
It
it's not.
just
Far from it.
repeating the same type of video over and
Yeah.
over, boring.
I honestly, I told him before he should. I'm super happy he's touching on the what is it, the Twitch stream highlights. I think that's like an amazing thing to do because those are his highlight videos. The things he does on the videos are so
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
honestly amazing.
I prefer
That's-
watching those videos, like the highlights.
Let's see, okay, Clear said, if there was a worst case scenario and the game just died, I think content creators will be okay. Assuming communities stick around for the people, they are not going to leave if VRChat fails. Nags and everyone still stream other games on Twitch too, a popular platform, and the community will follow. Genesis said, I've seen a number of VRChat streamers kind of finding themselves get stuck in a perpetual state of repeat type of content. Similar subject matter every video. The diversity has gone down.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically exactly what's happening.
Nags is starting to get repetitive. Is that what you said, Donald? Ah, okay. At what Thelv said for sure. What did I say? Wait, did I have some kind of point that I made?
No.
I was just reading.
Yeah, when it comes to content, you have to vary it. That's how the bigger streamers
I
do
mean,
well. Well,
sometimes it's okay to carry on doing the same thing. Like,
yeah,
we do a podcast every week, nothing else.
Yeah.
And
that is true.
it's slowly growing because it's weekly, it's not daily, it's not every other day. It's there's weight, there's excitement.
If people are gonna attack content creators for not doing VRChat, they're asking for a really big punch in the jaw. Because if you do that, it's just like asking, yo, like I want you to do this for me, but it's like, no, this is what I do. Like I think this has been said by like Ikram, this has been said by me, said by Puppet, and like a few other content creators as well. They were just kind of like, listen, we want to play what we want to play, and we want to play because we want to have fun. People were asking me to play some horror games, which I don't like those kind of games. I like the games that make me fun, like have fun. Like if I'm going to play a game, I'm going to play a game that makes me have fun. And I think a lot of the content creators, because if I'm having fun, most likely you're probably having fun too.
Yeah. I've been told to play quote-unquote trending games, but most of these trending games I'm not interested in, so I'm not going to play them because I'm not going to find it fun.
Give me a second.
But yeah, I can definitely understand that. Like, just play what you like.
And I'm back.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Why does I think I'm the only one that uses the VRYou account, right? In the chat.
I'm on it too.
Yeah, I think it is.
What, in the chat?
Well, I only said like one thing an hour ago.
Oh, right. It's basically me the whole time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Or I don't know, maybe it's a mystical being that we call
I prefer
VRYou.
responding vocally to people in the chat.
Yeah, that's what that's why I've been reading. Remember, vocal is something that connects people more and stuffing things. You got the voice connecting to the brain and the cerebral cortex. Oh boy.
Yeah, boy, the cerebral baby.
Cerebral cortex. Yeah. Guys, it is 5:30 p.m.
So far, this has been going pretty good. I like these tags. It's actually a lot of fun.
Wow.
Flavored water.
So this is a fun question, Cyan. Out of all of these podcasters, like out of all of us, Kyouji, Ray, Thelv, Time, me, who would you prefer to, or well, who would you like to stream with, or who would you befriend in the future?
Oh my.
All of you.
Yay! Way to dodge.
I'm up for anything, dude. I love playing. My favorite thing to do ever is just to play it. I like having fun. Just fun is just fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Fun is fun. Yeah, fun.
What is my favorite game of all time? Ooh, that's a tough one. If I have to say my favorite game I've ever played, it would have to be. Thinking right now. I'm gonna have to say Dying Light.
Ah, such a good game.
Like so far, like a lot of games I've played, I've had a lot of fun, but it kind of felt falling off, like VRChat included. But like Dying Light is just something I'm just diving in with friends all the. It's just all fun, and the survival aspect is a lot of fun with it. The parkour is insanely fun,
Yeah.
especially when you just dress up as ninjas with your friend and just start kicking the living hell out of zombies on the
Speaking
ground.
of Dying Light, did you hear that there is a heavy rumor that Dying Light 2 will be revealed at E3?
Because they keep like pressuring it. They keep saying that, oh yeah, it's a thing. So
The fans have been wanting it forever, and I think they might have finally caved in.
Here's the thing. I bought Dying Light back like 3 years ago for PC.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that it was such a taxing game, and I've never been able to run it
Oh jeez.
because I was just getting into like PC gaming, and then I was like, oh crap, I can't play it. And I've been like in a year or two, I'd probably have a PC that can run it, and by that time it's going to be dead with the new game replacing it. So that's just that's just annoyed me. Also, E3 Battlefield 5. That's reminding me of that.
Oh boy, the Battlefield 5 controversy.
Oh yeah.
Man, this year it looks like Call of Duty might actually outsell Battlefield 5 this year, just because.
I hope so. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 looks really good. It actually looks a lot of fun.
And surprisingly, Call of Duty Black
Honestly-
Ops 4 is actually going to be on.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say this right now. Ever since Call of Duty 3, I've not been interested in Call of Duty. I've been a Battlefield guy.
One thing I've noticed is that Call of Duty Battlefield 4 is actually going to be coming out on the Blizzard application.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
something different.
I think I'm gonna actually get Battlefield 5.
Yeah, me too.
You know what game that I've been playing a lot recently?
Like,
It's actually really weird.
Battlefield 4?
No, dude, Star Wars Galaxies.
oh yeah, I saw that.
I've
That's
never heard of it.
It's an old MMO
Oh,
sandboxy. So it was like a lot of stuff you could
But-
do, but it was like the older MMO. But I just playing the hell out of them, man.
Just to go back on the topic of Battlefield 5, like, there's a lot of criticism on the trailer, and I have to say the trailer is not really that good, and it doesn't portray how Battlefield plays, basically, because that's it looks
one
more
thing-
like a trailer that would fit fucking Call of Duty.
No, it
The
looks
one-
more like what did I say? I said like Battlefield, or no, I said like Battle Max, like Fury Field
No.
or something like that. It looks like Mad Max.
Here's the thing. They just implemented loads of game mechanics, so they wanted to show it off.
Yeah.
And second of all, loads of people are saying it's historically inaccurate because a woman on the battlefield has got a prosthetic arm.
Hmm.
And that was just to show off customer character,
Yeah.
character customization.
Yeah. Like,
But
I think the trailer could have been done better in general, but like I've seen some videos with the devs talking about the like what's going to be in the game and how the game's going to be played, and that all sounds very, very good. So
I would love to play Bad Company 3 because those characters. I've never ever been attached to any Battlefield character from the games except for the Bad Company.
yeah, same.
one thing that I can say about games is never judge a game by its trailer. It's like books.
Yeah.
You never judge a book by its cover.
Sorry.
But then with Battlefield, like I think this one is going to be okay, but the trailer can be
Does
10 times better.
Battlefield, like someone in chat said, does Battlefield suffer from the same game every year disease? And I have to say no, definitely
I have to
not.
say no as well because they always improve the gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
The problem with COD was the fact that they were using the same old engine, same mechanical style, and then
Like-
it wasn't good.
I'm
It was
gonna
literally
say
just reskinned.
I'm gonna say Battlefield 3 and 4 were really similar, but if you look at the differences between Bad Company, Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 1, there's massive differences.
Yeah.
It's not the same game.
On top of that, you can see how gritty, like Battlefield 3, 4, and everything prior. They're gritty, gory, like
Mhm.
they actually show war. And then you go Battlefield 1 and onwards, and it's like, oh, let's make war pretty. like you can really see that in the trailers, especially
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
Bright colors, not grey. And then you look at the trailer for Battlefield 1
Oh,
Apocalypse
it was
DLC.
amazing. It was amazing.
No, look at the
Battlefield 1.
Apocalypse DLC trailer.
Apocalypse?
There's basically Battlefield 1
Apocalypse.
had a trailer for the new DLC they made called Apocalypse, and it is so hooking. Like it's such a fucking cool looking trailer, unlike Battlefield 5. And also Excalibur. A question for us and Cyan: Have you guys ever thought of streaming a game with your community?
Yeah, dude. I've been thinking about it. I'm trying to find games. Personally, a lot of issues I've run into is that a lot of the party games that you can play, Nags also does, and it's just kind of like if I do that, I just feel uncomfortable doing it because he does it as well. And it's just he is the guy that kind of got me into streaming and really pushed me up to the higher plane. I don't know. It's just kind of like a weird feeling for me.
Cyan, do you have PlayStation 4?
I wish.
God damn it. Because I'm going to be getting a capture card soon and streaming on this channel. With Thelv and Kyouji, we're going to do PS4 content. And hopefully it will be fun.
Hopefully.
Because we have to grind partner.
Yeah, I'd
that.
love to do that too, but
You
know,
will what?
I don't
What'd you say?
have I don't have a PS4.
Thelv say we have to grind to partner.
We have to grind to partner. Do it, partner. We gotta do it. Do NASCAR Pocono, nothing but a fan. How you?
The same as you, Lusa. I don't have PS4, so
Also, I'll be setting up affiliate this week for the podcast, so
Ooh.
sub button will be there.
Look at us being all special, fancy special.
Ooh.
and surprisingly, this
Yeah,
last week,
Cyan.
I'm streaming.
When
What's up?
are we gonna play something together?
Man, dude, it's like I'm trying to find out how I'm gonna play with all my other friends as well, dude. It's like a jumbled bumbleay of what am I doing? But we will play something. I assure you with that. We will play something. I don't know what. I don't know when. It's just all over the place right now.
Okay.
I don't have a streaming schedule yet. I'm still thinking it up because my sleep schedule is also exploded. But I really do need to like think through everything and just get everything down. It's not that I'm thinking through everything on what I should do. It's more so thinking through what like how I should do it and when I should do it, because it's just ever since I started streaming, it's been like I've been invited to such a ton of different stuff, and like people all like a whole separate other groups of people want to like play with me too, which I try to give the time that like everyone as best as I can. Like I said, I'm just what I said, talking to all my best friends. It's like I may not talk to you in like a week, but it doesn't make you any less of my best friend in my opinion. And I really, it's just I'm all over the place. Also, Walmart.discarded, yeah. Walmart.discarded, yeah. There be a storm brewing, boys, and you should all ready yourselves. A few of you probably noticed that on Twitter as well.
I don't know what that was all about. I saw a lot of people posting that. And I don't understand, like,
Hey,
what that
Funky is hosting us.
storm thingy was.
Who
like,
is?
What is
Funky.
it? What does it mean?
Punky Father, thank you for he's
Funky is hosting us.
Yeah. But what does it, like, mean?
You'll find out. It's nothing bad. I assure you with this one, it's nothing bad. Like the whole storm is a brewing, ready yourselves thing that we did on Twitter is nothing negative. It's based on something that happened negative, but it's a positive thing that we're doing that hopefully will bring a lot more fun, especially to the certain content creators who have joined up, because it's a thing that we're all doing together to just have fun and enjoy ourselves. Yes,
And I've not been brought into this. Okay, I see how it is.
It's really, I don't know, it's really all over the place as well, man. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff people doing their own thing, and I'm not like the one like control over it, and it's just yeah. But yeah, just it'll be for like fun. It'll be something fun that happens in the future. Oh, I had to be vague. I have to be vague. There's no doubt out of my mind. I have to really be vague about this because I can't say anything really. I think I've already said too much. It's just that it's going to be fun, and you'll see.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I should be talking about that now.
Walmart.discord.yeah. Walmart.discord.yeah.
Like
What
basically,
is this? What are you talking about?
Walmart.discord.yeah.
like basically what I was.
Discord.
I don't even know.
Walmart.discord.yeah. You'll find out what that means in the future. Don't worry. It's all good. You may not understand it now, but just Walmart.discord.yeah.
How is the end spelled? The what?
YUH. So it's Walmart period Discord period yeah. So Walmart.discord.yeah.
You sound like you're making like a mumble rap song, like.
It's a chant, boy. It's a chant. It's our chant.
I got my in the
Like-
in the club.
Is that just Walmart Discord?
I just wanna like make a comment, and before people start yelling over me again, like something about being a content creator. Basically, I started doing that in late January or early February, was it? I don't exactly remember. But I've been streaming for a lot longer than a lot of people I know in this community. And they've been growing a lot faster than me, and I'm learning to accept that. Although it's annoying, sure, but whatever. It's gonna happen, fuck that. But basically what I'm annoyed about in regards to that is that a lot of people don't consider me and other smaller channels that have been going for a really long time content creators.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. You're a content creator for making content. Although I could imagine somebody who is like, because I think the reason why they're really limiting it, mainly because I'm not even a content creator on the fan Discord. I don't care about that, but like it. I think a lot of it though is that with communities like that is if what people have the content creator tag and they just include everything. Like I mean, there's like people who stream and they don't get anything. Like it. I think if they start including, oops, I just broke something. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay. We'll deal with that later. That's not good. But I think really it's just if you have it where all the people who stream get included as a content creator, then that doesn't really like where's the line then? Where's the line on being a content creator and then being people who just kind of like also are content
No,
creators?
but I
when they're
mean,
smaller?
it even
Yeah, I don't know.
includes it's even like some people who are even smaller than myself are considered content creators, but I'm not, and that confuses me. Like,
Are you
what?
sure they're not YouTubers?
No,
Because I know, I could say in the fan Discord, all the content creators that are online right now are.
no, it's like not specifically in the fan Discord. That's not what I mean.
Yeah, no,
just
no.
basically everywhere, you know.
That's a very fair point. I don't really know. I don't really that whole term with the content creator thing. Personally, I don't really care. It's something. It's something. It's just a title, man. And it's just like you do you to have fun. That's what I want to do. I don't care for some title. I don't want to get like it would be nice if this became as like a job. Personally, like I'm gonna be totally real. I like video gaming. I like streaming. It's a lot of fun. It'd be amazing if this was a job, but it's not. And it's just started out with me just wanting to have fun. It's just I wouldn't let that title stuff mess with you, man. I wouldn't let it mess with anyone. Who cares what someone thinks about you? What should matter is what people think positively
Well,
about you, not the negative and whatnot. You know?
Basically, the reason I brought that up is because I'm not considered such, I'm being left out, like in a lot of things.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people feel like, though. You got to keep that in mind. It's definitely not just you, Lusa. I mean, there's a lot of CCs that are like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like,
No, but I'm not like super small. I don't got like one viewer. That's not what's going on. Just I don't know. It's just bothering me.
I understand. Personally, I've noticed that as well. Really, I've been really kind of doing my best to just kind of ignore it because I do my own thing. You know, I don't care what other people are doing really, unless they like want me to be included or they're having a lot of fun and I can be included. Then I want to like probably pop in and have fun. You know, let's say for example VRChat. Let's just say an example would be VRChat, and I dive in, I do my own thing, I just kind of join whatever world I can get into, and I just have fun and stream. But like, say for instance, there's those other people who really like. I think personally, I think some of the big CCs are kind of susceptible to this, but they kind of like hide in their like some big CCs hide in their own worlds, which I mean is fair. I think that's honestly fair. But I don't think it's any less of like some people who are your friends are being left out in a way for some people. But I think it's fair that some people are hiding in the world because some of the big CCs run into just so many. They run into so many different like little like everywhere. Like I remember Kyouji before he became partnered, and he was still growing slightly. He was at like 40 viewers average. And I would hang out with him, and it would be a blast, and we just talk and whatever. But now, since he gets like 200 viewers, and he accepts like all the people as his friend, it's just like if he's ever in like a friends world or a friends plus, or even an invite plus, the world fills. And so he restricts himself to a private world and like basically involves only the people that are really there. Is Cyan the Cyan guy that appeared in Soviet Wombo's YouTube videos? No, that's Cyanide. I'm just Cyan. I love to meet Wombo, but
I think everyone
Well,
would
I
would love
guess
to
I
meet.
guess
I think
your
everyone would love to meet Wombo.
I guess your personalities are pretty similar. He's a goofball. You're a goofball.
I'd love to meet Cyanide, dude. I remember meeting Jameski and I was just licking his head and it was so much fun.
Also
Also-
reminded of something.
Yes,
Like when I played Destiny, we had someone that sound just like Cyanide,
Mhm.
exactly like him, but he was German. So
I actually had people come up to me before and saying I sound like Critical.
Also, you guys were talking about how content creators are like getting like they're staying in private worlds or just getting bombarded with fans. Tosha or VRChat man is having a hell of a time because his content requires him to troll people with his trap voice.
Yeah.
And then he's got fans joining in the world that he's in and saying, "Oh, look, it's VRChat man," and ruining his content. Like he can't get any content recently because of that.
Yeah. It's just, man, I know. I think honestly, Tosha's gotten to the point where personally, I feel like he got to that extent where he can just kind of do whatever he wants now. I think I know it's like the center point of his content, but I really think he should start like branching off and just having a good time. Because I know that's what he's doing. He is doing that. He is. I've seen him just having fun and recording and then putting stuff in videos. But yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just whenever someone gets big, it's just kind of like they get flooded, man. I think Lusa can attest to this. Whenever Nags joins our world, like if Nags joins like the world we're in, dude, it's just like, oh man, dude. I've never ever seen a tide roll in before, like a tsunami of people, until he joins a world, and then it's
Yeah.
just like smash, and then FPS just immediately goes from being like a star like 80, and we're having a conversation to like
Yeah.
instantly like a 10, and it's just like
Like,
okay, well now I'm
even-
losing tracking, and I leave.
Even if it's an invite plus world, even if it's an invite plus world and he joins, still see people flood in.
because I think a lot of it as well is that people usually kind of pop into a world and then they just like throw an invite request and then they leave. But then like whenever Nags goes, it's like no one leaves. Everyone wants to stay, and it's just it could be a little bit of a headache personally. But I mean it comes with Nags. I know. I mean like it's what he's got to deal with. That's he wants to talk to everyone, which is fair.
Yeah, like
I
I've had a few times. I've had it a few times happen where he joined the world I was in, and he didn't even know I was in the world, because so many people joined, and I just couldn't get to him. Couldn't get him to
He's a
notice
good
me.
guy. he tries his best to talk to as many people as he can, but it's just it's a tough one. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous of his.
No.
But that's just me, because I just like to hang out with him more. Which I do. I pop down, talk to him now and then. I just don't like it whenever he's in a world and it's like, yo, dude, how you guys all doing? And then suddenly it's just amazing, just people explosion, dude.
Yeah. Most of the time, I ask for invite requests on people, but they just don't let me in. So.
I don't know why people do that, man. That's one thing. That's extremely one thing where I can understand it. I hate it when I get into an invite only world, and I can't like accept any of these invite requests. But then like other times I get a little uncomfortable hanging around events as well, because a lot of events, because so many people want to get involved, are always like very exclusive, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Ashanera yesterday tried doing something yesterday with the wedding to make it really inclusive, to get everyone, as many people involved, but they just kept crashing because of it, and it got really chaotic. I think that's kind of a problem, is that when you start having these things and you want to bring as many people possible, you just can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just an unfortunate, just little. I wouldn't really blame the content creators or people really for the whole invites or the exclusive content stuff. It's annoying. Personally, I find it horrifying and disgusting at times and annoying. It's not the people who host it or the content creators' fault when it comes to that, man.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just
sometimes
VRChat. Yeah, it's just people getting big.
Sometimes I just want to join them just to say hi, and I'll go away again, but I'm just not able to.
Kami made a good point. Yeah, Kami made a real good point. Is that sometimes invites do not appear on the person who's getting the invite request from side as well. But sometimes it doesn't pop up. I've thrown invites to people, and then they were like, "Yo, I noticed on your stream you sent me an invite. I never got any." Well, that's unfortunate. It's just, there's problems. There's things that happen. It's not the person whose fault. A lot of events have to be exclusive than inclusive. It's just situations pop up, man, and problems just appear, and I wouldn't take it personally. I really want. I know it's hard, because you're missing out on a lot of stuff. Trust me, I know. I've had to miss out on a few events, and I noticed all my friends were there, and I wasn't there, and I was just like, and it bothered me. But I mean, it's just something that kind of comes with everything happening now, and I wouldn't take it personally. It's not that anyone doesn't dislikes anyone. Trust me, if you're disliked by people like this, they'll let you know. they'll let you know. Trust me, because we've had the reason why I was really down yesterday as well. When you guys brought me in before and I didn't stream, was because there was people that were causing troubles, and we let them know. We let them know they were causing trouble, and we dealt with them. But you'll know when you're disliked. And I would not take, because with how big this community is, with how many people are doing so many different things, I would not ever take the fact that someone else is doing something that say that you are not important to them, because you are. Everyone here is important to everyone. It's just so much stuff happens, and there's so many things going on that people want others to come and participate in and want to do all these other things. It's just, it can be difficult. It's time constraining. It's stressful. And there's other situations that pop up now and then that deserves their attention too, that really need to get sorted immediately on the spot. And it's a pain in the ass. I'm sorry for swearing. It's a pain in the ass. I know, but don't try to take it as personally. Just keep trying to do your best to get involved, and you will be involved if you try. If you keep trying, and it takes time, and it's a lot of effort, and it's stressful, and I hate it. I wish it wasn't like this. I go through it too. Like there's times where I can't even join off Curry, or I can't join Ikram or Nags, or I can't even hang out with even Xigneon. I can't even hang out with like sometimes Dr. Puppers at times, or White Wolf, or Egg, or even you at times when something happens. It's just stuff happens.
I mean, you can always hang out with me.
Yeah, I know. I I try to pop in now and then, and you also send me invite requests. Which, oh god, I'm so sorry for not accepting your stuff yesterday, like the other day. It was just there was so much like drama stuff happening, and there was so much like I got invited as a person like we were game. I got yelled at, but yeah. Events don't matter, because no matter if they're your friends, they are your friends. And I saw your Twitter earlier of how you were upset about saying that people who say that you're your friend and ignore you. I'm one of those people. I know for a fact that at times I don't talk all the time. I did this to Cody. I did this to my friend Buttery. I did this to several other people before.
I mean,
so much stuff happens, and I can't get to everyone. And
it was directed at a lot of people, but it wasn't necessarily towards you, because I have to be honest, you are still one of the people who stays in contact with me the most. And that's sad to say, because it's still not that much. But you are still one of the top people that keep in contact with me.
I used to be the kind of guy that always would like to get the last word in conversations. Not because I wanted to be like the top person, but I wanted the people to know that I read what she said.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since I started streaming and I've grown a little, and ever since I meet all these other people and all over the place, I can't do it as much as often. Like, it may seem like a simple thing to just type a simple message to some people at times when they say something, or to just like message somebody and be like, yo, that like just to say, yo, like, how you doing, and hi, and like good morning and good night. Because before I used to be like good night to everyone. I used to say I loved everyone as much as I could.
Yeah.
But now it's just I'm so tired. I just can't. It's so difficult.
Yeah, basically, in a nutshell, why I posted that is because so many people I used to talk to so much, like almost daily, are so hard to get a hold of now. And it's just so frustrating. Like, that's literally the main reason why I posted that.
Yeah,
So
it's
really not you. It's just in general.
It's just it's just crazy, man. And it's why I said before, I'm not jealous of like Grim or like Nags. I honestly, I'd prefer being like in the spot where I am right now a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the bigger you get, the more tiring it gets, and the more restrictions you have to put in place. And like, I know for a fact if Nags was like had like the stamina of like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, that he would want to do everything and never go to sleep, and always like never have to eat or drink, and he just have fun all the time. He would want to do that.
Yeah, he already doesn't sleep enough. Like,
he always doesn't have to sleep enough, and it's like
I always tell him, like, go to sleep.
Yeah, I know. I think everyone in the Patreon Discord tells him to go to sleep, but it's a toughie, man. I'm not even there, dude. I'm not even at that level.
Honestly, sometimes when I go to sleep like late, I see him say in the Patreon Discord, like, okay guys, I'm going to sleep. And then I go to sleep and I wake up like 7-8 hours later and he's still awake. And then I'm like, weren't you gonna go to sleep? What are you doing?
It's always, I'm not even at the level they are, and I can't even imagine how like stressful it could be. And they've said it before about how stressful it is. I mean, I've seen Curry, whatever. you guys, and I know he'll probably see this one time, but you can see it in his eyes, Curie's eyes.
Yeah.
Whenever he does his IRL streams, whenever he's talking to the community,
Hmm.
where that one little slip up of him being a smiling and happy dude, and then all of a sudden you see him just kind of like slip up, and you can see how tired he is and how stressed out he is pop in suddenly, like during the stream. You can notice it. If you really pay attention, you'll notice.
Yeah, I
And you can
know.
see that with Nags as well.
Like-
It's just
Like Curry, I'm close to him and I talk to him a lot. It's just, yeah, it's noticeable. Definitely. He thinks I don't notice, but I do, and I always.
I think a
tell
lot
him.
of people notice it,
And I
but
always
it's
tell them.
just yeah, it's always just yeah.
Yeah. I always
It's
tell
never,
him like,
it's
hey,
never
hey,
fun, man.
yeah. I always have to tell him like, hey, I know something is up. Just talk to me, dude. Yeah, it's. I can understand how tiring it is. And it
Yeah.
sucks. It's just the way it is.
I wouldn't hold it to anyone. Yeah, I wouldn't. If they say that you're your friends, it's probably most likely they do think you're your friend. It's just everyone's all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ah, don't even get me started with Egg, dude. Egg, if you're watching, I almost dropped the F-bomb there. But Egg, if you're if you're watching, I know you're watching. Like I know for a fact this Egg is all over the place, and he can't get like he's like one of my best buds, and he's like sometimes like me and him just don't talk at times because he's doing something, or he's like not feeling good, and he needs to relax. Relax, Egg.
I may actually go into X-Pac if he's that bad.
I hope he's watching. If you're watching, Egg, I dare you to say something. He's probably not watching.
Oh, no. Just send him the VOD.
I'll just send him the VOD. Yeah, I'll just be like, yo, listen, I said this about you. I talked about you. Okay, Egg.
Yeah.
You think you're funny, Egg, huh? But yeah, no. I've never. There's like two types of tired you can be. There's like a happy tired, and then there's like a really like annoyed tired. I'm tired like all the time now that I'm streaming. I used to be a very annoyed tired before, but now since I started streaming, I'm kind of like a happy tired.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really satisfying like tired that you just don't want to ever be. You ever just want to stop. But it's so much fun, man. I love it. I can't get over how fun it is to just stream and then like there's like 5 people in your chat that are just like, yo, what's up? And then they're reacting with you. It's a feeling out of like this world. And it's really difficult to comprehend at times just how amazingly fun it can be. But just tiring.
Well, Kyouji. Kyouji?
Is Kyouji here?
I think he might be dead.
There's background noise.
He has a question to
Kyouji?
ask me that he hasn't asked me yet.
Kyouji! I think
fallen
he's gone.
asleep.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe someone else should ask that last question because I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, maybe we should. Alright, how do you like your toast? What do you like with it?
Dude, I love. Okay. We're back to food, dude. All right, but whenever I make toast, man, I always make toast. I crisp it up, I butter it up, I get some honey, kind of like lay it as a little thin layer of honey on it, and then I get some jam, and I just kind of lay another thin layer on top of the honey, and I put another piece of toast on top. I make like a honey and jam buttery toast sandwich.
Please, like, not like this.
It's so good. Honey is like amazing.
Yeah, I like
I feel
honey.
like Kyoji's actually asleep.
Yeah, he might
Yeah. He had a question on here that he hadn't asked me yet, which was which MCU movie is your favorite? Which, if you don't know what MCU is, Marvel Cinematic Universe.
be. Uh-huh.
My favorite one is Iron Man 1.
Oh, yeah, I love that one too.
Yep.
First Iron Man and the first Avengers are like
Yeah.
my 2 favorite movies. And Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok is a really funny one. I like that one a lot. Personally, those three are like really high up there. Just my top favorites.
Okay, this question might go against your challenge, but just don't count it towards it. What turns you on?
Oh.
Thomas! Yes?
You missed your signature question.
Well, I can ask it right now, right? That
No,
don't
that
ask it for
was
me,
already
right?
asked.
We just done.
Son of a bitch! You don't ask that shit without me!
I asked myself. Okay, I was like, he's dead. So let's just go ask it. I guess it's
We
a good
didn't
question.
know where you were.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
you sound like you're-
sorry.
You sounded like you were dead. So it's just like, all right, well, because when I mean you sounded
Well,
like you're dead, you
should've
weren't.
waited. I could have been downstairs washing my balls because I ate food, okay?
I thought you said
What?
you were washing your balls. and
Yeah, I
got
heard
scared.
that too.
I got really scared for a minute.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
good.
I'm done. Alright, I'm done. See you guys!
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that is a.
That's Kyouji.
I literally
He's
come
amazing,
come
dude.
back from the bathroom. I sit down and put my headphones on, and I hear I just washed my balls, and I was just like, all right, great.
Absolutely amazing.
I'm back.
You know,
Welcome
you know,
back.
You know how we were talking about lewds and stuff on Twitter?
Yeah.
I scrolled back a couple, quite a bit on Twitter, and found out that VRChat man he's just like retweeted something that's slightly revealing.
on him.
Oh,
Well, what do you expect? He's literally
No,
one
no.
of the most lewd people on this community.
But like on
Yeah.
like I thought you meant Trap Man's body kind of thing.
no, he
Okay.
retweeted something.
So what the heck did you guys ask without me? I know you already asked my favorite
toast.
question.
You want to ask it again? Here, I'll answer it again. If you ask it again.
Yes, I must hear it from you myself. And now for a story. How do you like your toast and what do you like with it?
Oh, I thought it was the MCU movie one.
No.
I got the music cut out too because I was like, all right, but how do I like my toast? What I said earlier was I like it with I like two slices of toast. I like how both have like a layer of butter, like melted butter on the toast, then honey and then jam, and you put them together. It's a sandwich. I love like that, like toast like that.
And what about the MCU one?
Iron Man, the first Avengers movie, and
Hell
Thor
yeah!
Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok, dude, all three of those.
Yes. Well, I mean, I only asked one, like number one, but I guess I wasn't really specific, but that works.
And Lusa asked me what turns me on.
yeah.
Who said it? Yes.
Okay, this is gonna. I
It,
gotta add
it can't be as bad. It cannot be as bad as
Wait,
It's not bad.
wait,
whenever
Wait,
Curry was on.
can I quickly guess for you, son?
Go ahead.
There's no way it can be as bad as
Right,
Brady.
I'm guessing because Kyouji's question reveals what is your true fetish. I'm guessing you like women with a thin layer of honey and butter on them. Honey, butter, and jam.
Yes, because my question is secretly that.
No. No, it's not that. But personally, I find cat girls. Honestly, just
Oh.
like a regular girl with a little
I-
cat ears and tail. And
My
just,
man.
That's
I
that's
see
honestly
you're a
my
man of
favorite
My
thing.
culture as
man.
well. I
Yeah,
see you're
but
a man of
also-
culture.
My man, Cyan.
Also, the only person who's ever made me have a fetish or everything that ever turned me on in a way that I never thought I could ever like was Spaz Koga and their stitches on their character of her avatar. That is, I am not a furry. There's a difference between a Nico, whatever the hell that is, like the Nico,
Neko.
like little like Neko, and there's a difference between like a cat girl, like that kind of cat girl. Like there's a difference between it. I like let's say for an example, Chocola from Nico Para. That's what I like. That's what I like, dude.
Also, you scare me
You know-
right now because
you know what's
I'm a trap
funny?
cat.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? Like, Ray is a cat, and the fact he said, "Oh, I see you're a man of culture" as well. That just makes it funny.
Oh no!
Listen, Ray. Listen, we should talk. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Mystical furry. The chat's
But
not going on
would you
about
rather stream by yourself or with a friend in real life? I would love to stream with a friend in real life, but if any of my real I would have been doing, they wouldn't be my friends in real life very soon. Because I tend to be a little energetic in real life, a little weird and energetic. I'm a little bit more than that in gaming, and I say weird things. I don't have like as much as a filter when I'm streaming as I do in real life. I tend to be kind of calm at times and not say anything. I comment about everything, and whenever I'm gaming with my friends, I say something about something every time I can. Let's talk about more about Nico's after this stream, Ray. Is definitely what I would have loved to say.
It's definitely.
I said something against Tyler.
No, it's gonna happen.
Pronounce MysticalCyan.
But yeah, I think honestly, extremely cute things as well, in the sense that like just straight up just adorable, just like not like turn me on in a way of like
Mystical.
that, but like it's just like I love cute things, dude. I absolutely
Cyan.
love adorable things. Okay, I should probably stop. Yeah, I should stop.
Are you saying that you're a lolicon?
No. Also, wow, Nick. Yeah, that's definitely what I like. Exactly everything you just posted right there is exactly. Yeah. Yep. Actually, all right. Love you too. But no, I love funny things. I love funny things. I just love to have like if it's something that makes me laugh, I love it. Nico's, yep, and just anything straight up adorable is something I just love to be around, which is why I proceeded to adopt. I attempted to adopt pretty much everything that was cute, as like my child, which did not go well. I got yelled at for trying to adopt too many kids.
What?
I also got yelled at for having a ham of 8 people, and I had to lower it down to 4. You just don't
Okay.
talk about it.
Oh,
Wow.
for God's sake, it's happened again. I've got a lava lamp, and I don't know if you remember me saying this, but every time it starts warming up, it starts on taking the shape of a dick.
That's about right. Yeah, that's exactly.
Every time.
Hey.
Should I make this podcast somewhat fun by going to grab the last bit of my rum?
No. We are stopping. I am the time manager. We are. I know Ray will just keep going. He'll be like, "This is our guy. It's 9
Man, have we been going for 3 hours?
No.
2 hours and 15
2 hours and 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's a lot of fun just talking, man.
Yeah, and it's also really
should-
weird that we find a lot of enjoyment in this.
To be honest, we should do a drunk podcast. See how that goes.
Like another podcast joining with ours.
I see that there's like
Yeah.
one more question that hasn't been asked, and then there's the last question. But there's like I'm looking at the questions right now. There's just like 2 questions, and there's like the last question and one more question that hasn't been asked. Also, Nick, just send me the rest of your folder.
Honestly, I'm not keeping
Nick.
up, and I haven't checked which ones we have or haven't.
It was one of Time's questions actually. It's the second to last one that he had there.
Oh yeah. Well, you kind of answered that because I was like,
Did I?
well, you said you were rated by Nax, right?
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Sorry,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
did anyone hear the Kyouji
Yeah,
running
I heard
past
of
his
that.
house?
Yeah, I heard that.
He's just
What?
outside running down the street now. That's what it sounds like.
Well, I think
Well.
all you can say now is, Cyan, do you have any questions for us?
What was that?
Like I said,
Oh my
he's-
god, that was literal.
What's up,
just-
Donald? Donald
just
Soda.
running-
Ooh.
He's just
No,
burning
he just got slurped up by a ghost and like dragged through a wall. I think that's what that just happened there.
No,
I mean,
Wow.
that
what
wouldn't be
that
the
is.
weirdest thing I've seen.
Wow, that was a I am about to die scream.
No, T-Hop, that's not a ghost.
I'll ask you guys like one question, I guess. So
Okay.
because it's like getting a little lengthy, but Kyouji's not here. Let's ask DJ Nick, because I know you're in the chat and you're probably responding to that. But Nick, my dude, how did you come across this folder? Did you just Google everything?
Shush.
Well, I guess that's the answer to that one. Kyouji's not here yet. Lusa.
Yeah.
So when you whenever you stream, I notice as well, like what you said that like you do a few things I read, but what is your actual like job? Like if you're okay with that, like what do you do IRL, like, and what do
My
you strive
actual job? Well, I guess the best way to describe that is that I'm a teacher.
for? Oh wow,
Yeah.
actually you're like legit the first ever friend I've ever made out of a teacher before I knew they were a teacher. What do you strive for? I mean, do you have any sort of like aspirations?
Well, basically, I have two paths that I can go on. My absolute dream, honestly, is to become a game developer, which I'm working on as well.
Oh, it's egg.
And the other road I can go in, because I already got a start in that, is psychology.
Ooh, I know for a fact game developing is an extremely complex thing. Usually, sometimes that can be very simple despite looking complex. Egg, get more rest. I bet you already know what I said about you already. You need to get rest. Anyways,
Hey, if you don't sleep, I'm gonna crack you. I'm gonna crack you and make
I
you
already
sunny
got
side up.
like experience in both fields in some way, so
ooh,
it,
nice,
it
dude.
just depends what works
dude.
out.
Yeah, dude.
I'd be fine with either.
If anyone here is young, if anyone here is younger than like 18 or something, or like it's just starting out college, a lot of times when it comes to life, when you start doing it, it's just whatever works out. It's not what makes you happy. It's what works out and makes you
Yeah.
happy. Oh, I'm being. Oh.
Yeah,
ooh.
honestly, I can also tell you, like, what I teach is basically web development. So, HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
Why is that one Q_trap.gif?
What? What?
Nothing.
You're saving
Um,
more images from Nick. Okay.
But
Get it.
anyways, it's whatever works out, my dude. That's actually some pretty good two rules. Because I know psychology is like in the global study right now. Psychology is kind of like a want. Like a lot of people want to be doing want psychologists. And like I know game developing is, if you make something good, dude, you make something good, and then you strive up, you can just start snowballing.
Yeah.
But yo, Kyouji, my dude.
Huh? What?
So you asked me what kind of toast, what I like on my toast. I want to ask what you like on your toast. That's my question for you.
Oh, someone asking that back at me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, first off, I butter it.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I just butter it. That's it.
Oh,
You eat it with anything else? Because I like eggs with my toast
Simple
sometimes.
math.
Usually.
Oh, of course, I do. I do like the occasion. If I do make buttered toast, I do like to add stuff to it. If I'm making a sandwich, I would sometimes add a little bit of sugar, like just sprinkle a bit of sugar on the buttered bread, and then toast it.
Actually,
And then usually what I like in my sandwich is bologna, turkey, maybe ham sometimes.
Oh wow. You just
Um,
went from straight up like toast range to just straight up like toast
Sandwich.
in a sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah, I like making toasty sandwiches. Actually, the one I had the most fun doing whenever I make a toasty sandwich is what I do is this is especially if I'm making like egg toast, egg bread, egg toast. Like this is how I do it. I literally carve a hole in the bread, butter the parts. Butter the part. Well, I butter it first. Actually, no, I just sort of cut a hole, and then butter it, and then put a bit of butter in the frying pan, and then I slap it. Yes, crow. I do like to butter my toast. And then,
I like to butter my toast as well.
I actually kind of have to
Buttery.
agree with Kyouji that toast is really good when it's just butter.
You know something you could try, by the way.
I haven't
I
finished,
would.
by the way.
There's a little thing you could do with bread. Funny enough, that people haven't really thought of.
Yes.
So you get shredded mozzarella cheese, and you put little like green onions in a little bit, and like some other like whatever spices you like. You get that, and you make that like a little mess, right? You get 2 pieces of bread. You take off the crust. You get a little thing of like a flour mixture with water, a little egg, and you make like a little like you make like a little with the bread. You make like a little pocket. You put all the cheese and stuff inside of it, and then you put the other bread on it, and you kind of seal the edges with the flour mixer and kind of like roll it up, and you deep fry that.
Mm.
And it is so good.
Actually, Cyan, I just wanted to elaborate on what you asked me, like about what I do.
Yeah.
And like I'm into teaching right now. I teach HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and stuff. And
Oh.
that's basically, well, basically a, how do you say that? As a programming language for styling, I guess, for styling websites. And because I'm also like sort of a freelance web developer, and people have asked me why I don't want to keep doing that, and one simple answer to that is I'm not a programmer, I'm a designer.
Yeah, I get you.
And
Dude. That makes a lot of sense.
that's basically what I've been focusing on. Like, if you look in podcast VC text, I just made this today. And this is just what I like doing. Making that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I understand it entirely.
Yeah.
I know for a fact it's just wow, that looks really good. Yeah, dude, it's whatever you want to do, my man. Especially, I can understand the frustration when it comes to like stuff like that, where it's just if you want to do something and someone wants you to do something else, but it's not really your title or what you want to strive for or what you're really skilled at.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that frustration why you want to get out.
Like,
RayZay.
it's like I'm good at programming, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah, dude, I get you.
Yeah.
Just like not being lewd is my thing. Is not my thing.
Yeah,
I don't like
Yeah.
that.
I can see that.
Yeah, basically.
So, RayZay, my dude,
Yes.
what is your favorite Nico?
Oh, you're making it really hard here.
Oh yeah, dude, I want to know.
I've watched over 700 anime, and I have no idea about the other type of anime that is 18 plus.
Oh god.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
You're making
Well,
it very hard.
That's basically not called anime. But
Well,
you
it has a
know.
different name, but it's got the style.
Yeah.
All right, we could probably move on.
Let's just not talk about this.
My favorite Neko. My favorite Neko. Wait, can it literally just be a cat that I find funny?
Sure.
Oh, I forgot the name of him. Just let me. No.
Also,
wait.
there is one thing I want to show to everyone. One of my friends has made something really cool. It's basically the VRYou logo, but it's
Ooh.
different.
Right.
And I'm just gonna show you guys that now.
My
let me
favorite
s-
cat, by the way.
Where is it?
My favorite cat is Salem Saberhagen from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, because that cat is the funniest thing in the world.
Okay, if everyone looks at the stream now. It has a white background, but you get the idea.
I can't
Basically,
see
he
it.
made that for us. It'll appear.
Let me.
We'll
No,
take a
because
little while.
I'm not even watching the podcast. Because I don't watch
Ah.
our own stream,
I'll,
so I have
Wow.
to load up the
I'll,
Twitch.
I'll put it in.
No, it's because first of all, it makes
I'll
me
put it
lag,
in the
second of all-
podcast VC text. Listen to me.
Ah, yeah, it's
Ooh.
nice.
Ooh.
It's a GIF. Or a GIF, however the fuck you want
Ooh.
to pronounce it.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah,
ooh.
dude. Yo, Thelv, I got you a question, my boy.
Oh,
Oh,
probably use that for
snap.
next
And
Here we
this
go.
was made by DJ Sage. I guess that's how you pronounce his name.
Why do we have the Illuminati on us?
We
Yeah.
are the Illuminati.
why?
Oh no,
That's
that's
right,
that's
I'm
that's
like,
his
I'm like,
logo.
why are
That's
they-
his logo.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we have the Illuminati.
So wait, who made that?
DJ Sage. Let me see if he's in the server. I don't think he is actually.
No, it's because you're in podcast VC.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No.
Is he here?
Is he in the stream?
Don't think so.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll send you his tag after this.
Yeah, okay.
He's a friend of mine.
Hey, baby. So, Thelv, my dude, I got a question for you.
My guy hit me.
Thelv.
What is like the biggest event you've ever hosted?
It's
I know you did like a lot of announcing stuff before with like baseball games and stuff, like you
Mhm.
said.
Yeah.
What is like the biggest thing you've ever done with that sort of like line of work?
You're talking like strictly just announcing, like
Uh,
not anything else, not any other kind of event or anything.
Whatever, anything you've done, like not strictly announcing. Just go ham, dude.
Well, number one would probably be Eagle Scout. Getting the rank of Eagle in Scouts, that was the biggest accomplishment pretty much of my life because there's so much weight behind that. And, my project was an anti-bullying video that was shared to a bunch of different cities. And it was awesome, and I got shared. Now, looking back at the video, yes, if you watch it, you could tell it's kind of cringy, especially like whenever I interviewed myself, like I sat down and I was talking about things, and I could have talked about so many other things, but what do I say? I was bullied because I'm a brony and I like My Little Pony. I look back and I'm like, why? Out of all the things I could have said that happened to me, and I say that, it's just I definitely, that was back when I was like 16. So yeah, 16. And but besides that, there was the Scholastic Art and Writing Contest. I won the gold key for that in film and animation. And for announcing, the biggest thing I've ever done is going to be what I'm doing this fall, which is I'm going to be announcing football on TV for the first time ever. I'm going to be in the booth. I'm going to be dressed up and be talking. And even though it is Division 3, there's still gonna, like, you know what I mean? It's on like the local TV station, like in town. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be so nervous, and I'm gonna like everyone here. Like I'm gonna be promoting it so hard here because it's literally the biggest. Like this is, like I said, I sent out all the emails last night because I'm trying to start looking. Because I am graduating this upcoming year. I'm gonna be a senior, and then after that, I'm off into the real world. So I need to get a job. And that's why I'm doing all these things to get experience. And at the same time, it's a really competitive field. So I'm extremely nervous because I have to do well. And I don't want to make myself look like a fool or anything, just because like that will actually ruin your reputation, depending on what you do. So I'm nervous. I'm excited. Like this is my dream to get a chance to do it. Even though it's at a low level, it's still a chance, and I'm going to be doing, I think, all of the home games for TV this fall.
Oh, this
dude.
is a good question in the chat. In your opinions, who's the cutest in the crew? And my answer to that is gonna be someone who hasn't been here for a while, who is coming back.
Yeah.
Never mind. I retract my statement. It's
And
Nova.
that is Nova.
I think
Nova!
Nick is the cutest so far.
To be honest, Nova is cute.
Who?
Nova.
Ryan?
I think Nick is the cutest.
Who is here right now? Definitely.
Here right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
What about me?
I'd have to say Nick.
What about me?
You're not cute. Listen to your voice.
You want proof that I'm cute?
You're like,
Look
oh,
at
I'm
this.
cute. Oh.
Yeah, just say nya in your fucking voice. Just do it.
Yeah.
Look how cute I am.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
literally do it. I dare you.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh.
Time Ranger,
That's
Yes.
not cute.
I have a question to ask you. Out of everything you've ever eaten, and this is going back to food, by the way, because I'm really hungry. Because after
Right.
I ask this question, I'm probably gonna go try to make something to eat after the VOD, that thing. Yeah, but what is your favorite food?
Oh
Ooh.
yes.
Favorite food?
Yes.
Out of everything I've probably eaten, I'll probably have to say my favorite is going to be something really simple. Say pizza. I've eaten a lot of food in my lifetime. I've eaten Japanese food, all sorts. So
Hey Ray,
Yeah.
pizza is top for me.
I'm really sorry to interrupt you, Time Ranger. But
Yeah.
I saw this comment from Austin and I just had to comment on it.
Oh no.
Ray reminds me of the cat person from Log Horizon, and I have to say
That-
yes.
Look at the link I just posted.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I look like
This
and sound like and everything.
that reminds me so much of you.
No, Lusa, the thing I just put in chat,
Yes.
I'm gonna make my avatar for VRChat based off that.
Yes.
No, look at
Yes.
look
I like
at
how the abilities for it is he can do the cool spinning thing in the air and many other battle tactics.
look at podcast
It's a
VC text.
beautiful description.
That reminds me
guys
of Ray.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I have to go with some. Actually, no. My favorite food is not pizza. It's blackjack. Blackjack is my favorite food.
Ooh, that's
Ah,
pretty good.
Flapjacks?
Yeah, dude. There's a
blackjack.
lot of different foods up there, man, that I really enjoy. that I
Nyanta,
cannot all
yeah.
list out.
It's simple
Also-
but nice.
Also,
Oh.
Kyouji, when you said toast with, I don't know if Kyoji's here, but when he said toast with butter, I got a craving for toast with butter. Oh, that's gonna be.
Ray, I swear to God, I'm gonna work my ass off so that you can get a Nyanta character for VRChat.
You know, I won't be able to play it in like. I'll only be able to play
I
it
know,
in like 2 years.
But by that time, you will have that avatar. I will make sure of it.
I have to say that was a lot of fun. There were some subjects I never was expecting to be asked, really, and then the discussions we managed to get into, which is a lot of fun for me. I really appreciate the fact that you guys invited me. I really do appreciate the fact that you guys ever thought of ever including me into this, because this was a blast.
Yeah, we want to include
Yeah.
everyone. Like it's a community thing. You know, it's fun. You want to involve people. Sorry, I'm distracted by this wonderful game called Bullet Force. # not
Oh,
sponsored.
stop playing it!
Oh.
I actually gotta leave for a bit right now.
You're good. You're good. If
Oh,
you're
we,
leaving.
we can
it
we can
was-
end this. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think
so
we
much
should-
fun. You guys have no idea, and all the questions that came in was enjoyable to answer. I think my favorite question, if I had to say there's a favorite, was what turned me on the most. I like that one a lot because then I got a lot of pictures sent to me, which I thought was really good. So Walmart, Discord, yeah. Walmart, Discord.
Ah.
So, we're gonna raid someone.
Ooh.
We're gonna rate
We're
someone.
gonna raid.
Yep, we're going to raid.
Oh, that's
Gosh.
another thing.
Also, what?
Just a quick one. If you guys are ever wondering who's going to be the next guest on our streamer, I will be tweeting it out 24 hours before the podcast. As I tweeted out MysticalCyan, as he knows, being part of the podcast, and
yeah.
join me then. Oh,
Well,
There's the raid.
since the raid is gonna start, thank you everyone for being here, and we'll be here again next week.
Welcome back to Meme Review. Next week we got some spicy VRChat memes.
That's just re-rated.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Have a nice toasty
Bye,
day.
everyone.